Cool, we're live. Good evening, everyone. I am so sorry for being 5 minutes late. I was trying so hard to find this song. I have no idea what it's called, but it goes like "Ma-na-na-na-na-na-na, man." And then there's a dude and he's like, "Ha ha, can't tell me nothing." I have no idea what it's called, but I remember it so vividly because I was listening to it in the car when I was like 7 or something. I literally don't know the words at all. I just remember that one part. And I was looking for it for too long. I understand that's not an excuse. We don't make excuses for men on this channel, and we certainly won't be tonight. I know that much. We certainly won't be. My ice melted already? Whoa, it's going to be a long night. This is going to be a long night. Today we will be drinking alcohol. So I'm going to give this 30 minutes max. I don't think this is going to be a long stream at all. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Chrissy, Khalidra, Miss Sana. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I did put a poll in the chat. And the poll is very simple. You guys don't have to vote on it, but I would like you to engage with this live stream in particular. And the poll is very simple. It's just whose side are you on? You don't have to vote right now, but you can vote at any point during the live stream. Your 4 options are Shannon Sharpe, the 19-year-old white girl, Monique, and Black Women, What Are We Eating Tonight? And it looks like 0% are on Shannon Sharpe's side, 10% are on the 19-year-old white girl's side, 0% are on Monique's side, and 90% are on Black Women, What Are We Eating Tonight side. So please do make sure to vote on that poll. Very important that I kind of get a gauge on where my audience is. I do kind of want to see where we're at because I do believe like more people than I thought in this space actually do provide defense for Black men who have allegations like these. So I do want to kind of gauge that during the night. So, and I just threw Monique on there because that's who we talk about today. So, okay, 12% to 88. Got it. So be sure to leave a like on your way in if you're one of the frequents. If you're not, leave a like at whatever point in the video you feel like I deserve it. With that being said, I'm going to play my intro and we can hop straight into it. My what the helly intro got copyright claim. Those, and rightfully so, actually. So I paid their copyright actually to get rights to it. Which is fair. They better get their money from whoever using that song because it was a bop. So I'm just going to use my other intros, the regular ones that I already have. Because that other one you have to pay per video. I'm like, I don't have it like that actually. You did make a live. Welcome. Oh no, not big money at all. Actually. I'm saving every penny during this administration. I'm trying to get ready for that recession or whatever they talking about. So today we're going to be talking about Shannon Sharpe. Y'all have probably never heard of this man. I know I haven't. But he's going viral right now because he was doing some booty stuff with a young white girl. And also some race play and other stuff. Now, I listened to just a couple seconds of the leaked audio call between him and this 19-year-old white girl. She was 19 at the time. I think she's maybe like 20 or 21 now. And Shannon Sharpe sounds like a stereotype. And he sounds like this all the time, not just during this call, but in this call in particular, he sounds like a whole stereotype. Like, I don't know what it is with this man and how he talks to people. Like, I'm gonna do my Shannon Sharpe impression specifically for this phone call. Like, so part of their thing, I guess, is BDSM, and he wants to choke people or something, and he like, big black man choking little white girl. That don't look like a good headline. Like, I can't describe what I heard. We'll just listen to some of it later. But before we do that, I wanted to show y'all something I came across on TikTok. Y'all remember our good friends, the Dear Future Wifey podcast? Remember, good friends of the channel. Y'all remember them? Come on, I know y'all remember them. Here, let me remind y'all. Don't remember. Let me remind y'all, because y'all don't remember. That's okay though. I'll remind y'all.
I was tired. I was in a season where God said, just be ready for your wife. So I went to this concert. I was invited. And long story short, as I sat there, he gave all of his background singers an opportunity to get a piece of the song. Yeah. So two of them stuck out to me. One guy's name was Chris, and then the other was Kanita. And so afterwards, I'm thinking in my mind initially, if they ever come back to Detroit, I might need them in the studio, might work on some records. So I introduced myself to the both of them, and after that, I left. And so when I introduced myself to Kanita, I didn't want to be the typical dude off the street, let me get your number in church, what I'm saying? So I just made it simple. I said, you know what, if you're on Facebook, I'll connect with you there. If you on social media, I'll leave it there. If it's more, cool. If it's not, cool.
So hold on, but so you was open to more.
I was open to more, but it wasn't my initial
original intent.
Yeah. See, I was in that time, even though God showed me her, I was still walking according to my preference. I liked light-skinned, long hair, petite models, all that crazy nonsense. I like what I want. And so the Lord had to show me that that's where I was at. I was just.
Yeah, I like light skin, long hair. I didn't like you nappy head, bald, black woman. But I just needed to open my eyes and see what God was showing me, that instead of finding a woman I was attracted to, like, and skinny. I forgot skinny. My bad. I like light skin, skinny, long hair women, and you bald headed, nappy headed, black fat woman. Like, I didn't want you. But then yada yada yada, I realized that I can like use you for money, and you'll give me a place to stay, and you're convenient, and y'all know how the story goes. So yeah, they're back, and they have some other episodes. So be looking out for those in the future. That actually wasn't the clip that I was looking for. I can't find the clip I was looking for. It was actually more embarrassing. I was like, oh, they're back. TikTok is really petty. I think the reason they're back actually is not because TikTok is being petty. I think because that pastor went viral, all of TikTok, YouTube, Instagram is now discovering their other clips and is like, oh, the whole thing is like that. Got it. Somebody needs to cancel this podcast, is what TikTok is saying, basically. Now, speaking of someone to labor for you, The Breakfast Club gave me this clip. I'm only playing these clips, by the way, because I think they're going to be relevant for today's topic. This is a clip from Wes Moore. If you guys don't know who Wes Moore is, he's the governor of Maryland. And they were talking about the importance of having a black wife. I tried to look up some other clips in relation to this, but it didn't seem like there was additional context outside of this 3 minutes. So fair use and all of that stuff. The importance of having a black wife. Let's put this on 1.25.
Final question. This is something that I love about you. is something that Dr. Umar Johnson loves about you. The fact that you have a black woman. Because so many people in positions of power like...
Wait, I don't remember that part. This is something Dr. Umar Johnson love about you. I should have known it was going to be bad. If I had to remember, they said that part right in the beginning. I wouldn't have even played that. Well, I would have known it was going to be bad just off of that. Dear future. I would have known. Well, yeah, that's all you had to say if it's co-signed by Dr. Umar Johnson.
Like you in government, especially black people, they don't. Now, love is love. Love who you want to love. But as a man who loves to see black men with black women, having beautiful black families, I love it. What is the importance of that?
You know, it's funny when I got married. We married now about 18 years. My wife, she's beautiful, man, and she's just an amazing human being. And I remember when we said our vows. This shows you how corny I was when we first got married. We give our vows, and I'm like, you know, my vows, I'm gonna keep it fresh and sexy. Jesus Christ.
That's what you said.
That's what I said. That's my vows. I'm gonna keep it fresh and sexy.
All you had to do was hit up two-step after that.
That sounds like a $2 Tuesday party. That's
Yeah. Fresh and sexy.
I had a party.
Okay.
She said, I will be your greatest defender.
Wow.
I will be your greatest
Party. Come to Fresh and Sexy Friday.
Fresh and Sexy Friday
In Baltimore.
But you know what her vow was to me? She said, I will be your greatest defender.
Wow.
I will be your greatest defender.
That's what black women are for us, though.
And that's what they've always been. Like,
She said, I will be your greatest defender. The importance of having a black wife. She said, I will be your greatest defender. Charlemagne cosigns, and that's what black women are, though.
I'm telling you, man, when you think about what black women have meant to us, you know, the whole, you know, we was, you know, raised by women, got a game from women. You know what I'm saying? Like, black women have always been our anchor. Black women have always been our guide. Black women have always been the ones to, when the whole world denied us, they defended us.
That's right.
And they lifted us up. And, you know, and I think about this where even the work that we're doing right now in Maryland around our young men and boys, do you know who beautifully have been some of the greatest champions of the work that Maryland is doing, really the nation leading work on supporting our young men and boys? Women. Because they know that's talking about their sons and their husbands.
Black women have lifted us up. Black women laboring for us. Black women standing in front of white supremacy and defending us. All of that work that's being done for the work. The young people in our communities, actually, black women are doing a lot for us. By the way, I don't disagree with him. I'm not like repeating all of this or anything because I disagree with what they're saying. I actually completely agree with them. 100% I agree with them in regards to them saying black women is doing all this labor. I just think this is interesting when defining the importance of having a black wife. And I'm noticing a theme. Like the whole reason I saved this, by the way, I just ran into this morning. The Dear Future Wifey podcast and the other stuff we're going to look at is stuff that I already had planned. But this in particular, I ran into this morning. And I realized there's a theme of there's a certain approach that we take when discussing black women in the community and their role that we're going to talk about when we discuss Shannon Sharpe, actually. And we're going to go back and look at what Katt Williams and what Monique were saying to him and why he should stay away from white women in particular, and get with him a good black woman. And we're going to hopefully dive into it a little bit, but not too much because this is a 30-minute stream max, 45 minutes max. But there's a certain approach that we take around black women's role in the community. And I noticed that it's extremely similar no matter where in the community it's being had, whether that is in the manosphere, whether it's in the progressive space, whether it's on the Breakfast Club, which is more political than I remember it being, because this is like a politician, like this is a governor. So in our government, apparently, on, I don't know what you would call Club Shay Shay, like the podcast community, like I don't think Club Shay Shay is like the manosphere. I don't know what area I would call this, but it's like different. But no matter where you go, I feel like the sentiment is kind of the same, even if it's packaged differently. Like the fact that we just watched this man on the last thing talk about how he prefers light-skinned women. He prefers light-skinned women with long, straight hair. He doesn't like bald-headed black women who are fat. But then God opened his eyes. They talk about God doing this a lot. I don't believe God do that, but God opened his eyes and made him realize that I can use a black woman for her check and her house. So I think that we talk about black women in terms of utility, and in this Shannon Sharpe conversation in terms of how much abuse they can take and how much we can get away with abusing them. But I'm going to let him finish talking about that so we can get to Shannon Sharpe.
And their fathers and their uncles and their friends. And it's so beautiful to watch because it is very indicative of how Black women and women as a whole have always been our greatest offenders. Mm-hmm. That when the whole world came at us.
Wait, what you mean black women and women as a whole have been our defenders? I don't remember that part. What you mean black women and women as a whole have always been our defenders? Who is women as a whole? What other women were defending you? I actually didn't remember this part. I didn't catch that the last listen. Because the way I didn't see this white woman talking about this 5-year-old black kid is the N-word, and then she then raised something 100,000 on GoFundMe with her white woman tears. And the way we were taught about Emmett Till growing up in the Central Park 5, and like I need to know what other group of women is helping you besides black women. I did not catch that on the last listen.
Oftentimes it was women who stood in front of us with shields and say, not today. And I cannot be more lucky about the fact that I married my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my bad. I didn't realize he has to my bad. People have to vote for him. Got it. Women stood in front of us of all races and colors.
I married someone who I love and who I respect and who I adore. And someone who, I'm so thankful is on my side because I never want to be on the other side of her spear ever. But someone who I will ride for because she's always rode for me.
She ever had to slap the shit out you for something?
Oh my God.
He said what, 18 years?
Well, let's get to Shannon Sharpe. That's going to be a recurring theme of today. Black women being strong and whatnot, standing up for us, shielding us, leading us not from temptation and delivering us from evil. Delivering us from evil. Should I put a separation here? No, I think Monique's the main topic, so we can do Katt Williams in the intro. Yeah, let's do that. So people are saying that Katt Williams was trying to warn him. Let's see what Katt Williams was trying to warn him about. Why is my thingy like that? That's how it should be. Wide.
My goal was to get this far in Hollywood and still have a virgin asshole.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and slap a PG-13 in the description. I think PG-13 is okay. I was 13 listening to that, so. Now, why would he say that? And my video was monetized 3 seconds ago. I'm not kidding either. If you look at the description, I just put it in there. Okay, let's continue. Oh, let me check the poll. Sorry. So I asked all of you whose side you were on tonight. For Shannon Sharpe, 0%. For the 19-year-old white girl, 9%. For Monique, 3%. For Black women, what are we eating tonight? 89%. What are we eating tonight, by the way? Katt Williams has conspiracies about Hollywood, but it's his experience, his individual experience. So who am I to deny it? Who am I?
And I never had sucked a penis. That was my only goal.
Let me put a 18 plus. Is there something between PG-13 and 18 plus? Okay, we have G, general audiences, PG, PG-13, and R. I feel like I could still do PG-13. Katt Williams is out of pocket. I do not remember this being this filthy. This just made me realize how little I curse. NC-17, no. That's that really dirty stuff. That's the one I don't even see unless I go into the back section of the Spencer's. No, I don't even think they have that in Spencer's. You got to go in a real store for those. They don't have nothing but rated R in Spencer's. You got to go in the real stores for NC-17. You're nasty. Just nasty. NC-17 stands for no one under 17 permitted. R, rated R is like something else, but I know NC-17 means like more than rated R. I know that much.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
Come on, Katt.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
When you see Jonathan Majors.
So, Katt Williams says you could be Kang the Conqueror, and they will take you down in 2 weekends. Alluding to Jonathan Majors. Not even alluding to, like straight out pointing to Jonathan Majors right before he says this. He is pointing out a reality in America and the dynamic between white women and Black men. You might be asking what that reality is. Well, let me show you. You may be familiar with this video I'm about to put on the screen now.
Do you live here? Yeah. You do? Papa. I don't believe that. What? I don't believe that. What are you doing? Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
Did someone?
Yeah, I forgot how funny this video was to me when I first saw it. I forgot how funny this video was to me when I saw it. You know the type of audacity you have to be Black and walk into your house and somebody scream at you like you. Anyway, if you're unaware of what this video is or happen to be living under a rock, what's happening? So, this surveillance video shows Michelle Bishop, a white woman who was jogging with her 2 young children. As she was passing a house, she noticed a vehicle approaching. There happened to be, from her view, I can only imagine she saw what looked to be a very aggressive and scary Black man in this vehicle. As she was passing a house, she noticed this scary, aggressive Black man driving in his vehicle, so she ran towards the nearest home, which happened to be this scary, aggressive Black man's home. So when he arrived at his house and identified himself as the homeowner at the house that she just came up to, she said she does not believe that he lives here. This neighborhood is a very expensive neighborhood, you see, and he is way too aggressive and way too dark-skinned to live in a neighborhood such as this. She then grabbed her 2 very white and small, fragile children and ran away, screaming help, hoping to attract the attention of a local white mob, hopefully get some pitchforks and torches started up. I don't know. I don't know what she was hoping to do with white women tears, but I think I know what she was hoping to do. Here, let me replay it. You didn't see it here. You just got here.
Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do? Papa. I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
What are you doing?
Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
Did someone come here?
That was my wife. She got somebody chases.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in the silver.
She then comes back with her husband to get the stroller that she left and assure them that she definitely didn't do all of this because he was black. This, I believe, is what Katt Williams is alluding to when he's talking about why he is scared of white women. Let's go back to the clip. Or this is the dynamic I think he's talking about in America. The ability for white women to weaponize their tears. Thank you, Die Rich, for the $5 super chat. You didn't send any message, and I'm not sure if you meant to do that, but if you do want to send a message, you can write it in the chat. Thank you. I'm not sure why Katt Williams, when pointing out that he's scared of white women, I assume weaponizing their tears and having his career destroyed, uses Jonathan Majors as an example. Jonathan Majors is someone who has actually abused, someone. Oh no, my computer froze. Do you guys still see me? The government doesn't want you to see this video. That's why they're trying to take me down. Okay. I went and checked. Huh? Oh, okay. There, I refresh. Now everything's fine. I'm not sure why he uses someone who has actually abused a woman, right? Jonathan Majors should actually be scared of the justice system. He is not Emmett Till. He has not been falsely accused. Why Katt Williams and why other black men publicly, when discussing people like Shannon Sharpe, Jonathan Majors, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, whoever, why is it that people conflate black men who are rightfully accused with black men who are wrongfully accused and lump them all in together? I don't know. This is an issue I have with how we tend to discuss prominent black men who are accused and immediately view them through a lens of the system is out to get you. White women are out to get you, and we dismiss all evidence. At no point, by the way, will Katt Williams mention Jonathan Majors' abuse. Just, this is why I'm scared to deal with white women. Why are you scared to deal with white women? Because if you put your hands on them, your career will fall down. What does this imply about you dealing with black women? Like, there's an implication in your words. Like, there's an unsaid part. I don't know why it was deleted. Well, I'm sorry. She's crazy for saying she was scared and felt threatened, but ran up to a house and knocked on the door of the supposed attacker. She said she was running away from his truck. He was driving suspiciously. He didn't seem suspicious until she peeked inside his truck and saw his skin color and realized he was in the wrong neighborhood. We haven't seen your kind around here, she said. I don't know. I don't know what her thought process was. Hi, Petty. Hi, Die Ridge. Welcome to the chat, sponsor of the day. It's more nuanced. I might have missed something. Call. I don't see the nuance I'm missing. Maybe Katt Williams does.
What he went through, Marvel dropped him as soon as the conviction came out. And you were telling
Hey, you saw that black woman come get his charge cut in half? Thank you, Megan Good. God bless you, coming to save that slave. If he'd had to be there by himself, he was getting all four. Guilty. She came in there, was just so beautiful, they had to knock half of it off. Bless his heart.
What do you think about this cancel culture? You see this?
Maybe this is the nuance that Kaw is alluding to. Katt Williams points to Megan Good as an anecdote to once again show us that black women will throw their bodies in front of a white supremacist system to shield black men, not just from that system, but from the consequences of their own action. And Katt Williams, whether intentionally or not, is alluding to black women being used by black men as a utility, like we've seen in the TikToks that I showed you guys earlier today with the Dear Future Wifey podcast on the Breakfast Club, with the governor talking about how his wife is such a strong woman and how her wedding vows was that I'm going to shield you and protect you, and how black women all his life have just been shielders and protectors and workers and laborers. And this is why it's important for black men to partner with black women, because they can shield and protect us and defend us. And they're always shielding and protecting us, blah, 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 blah. At every point in today's live stream, we've been looking at how black women can be utility. So Katt Williams, again, whether intentionally or not, is alluding to how black women can be used by black men as a utility, while Jonathan Majors was chasing around his white preference and trying to mold her into his Coretta Scott King. He ran into the white justice system, and then he goes immediately to a black woman for utility and for labor. My question is, does Megan Good, and I'm using her as a stand-in for like a specific archetype of black woman, does she believe genuinely that Jonathan Majors is not guilty? Does she refuse to look at the evidence? Like, is it delusion? After looking at the evidence, does she delude herself into like not believing it? What do we call it when Jonathan Majors says out of his own mouth on a leaked audio recording that he abused her, but Megan Good still doesn't believe it happened? Or does she believe it happened and simply just stand behind him anyway? Does she believe he is simply a good man, a good black man who made a mistake? The mistake of, actually, let me read this to you guys again, because it has been a while since we read it. Has been a while. Jonathan Majors admits to strangling ex-girlfriend in newly unearthed audio. The prolonged fight began. I think it's very important that we read this every time we talk about Jonathan Majors, because the only time I see Jonathan Majors making rounds is like people talking about, oh my God, his acting in Magazine Dreams was so amazing. I hope he makes a comeback, and like just because of a little bit of drama, like I hope he learned his lesson and he apologized and blah 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 blah. The prolonged fight allegedly began when Majors became upset with Jabari for going to a pub with a friend, having the friend back over their house, according to evidence presented at trial in Jabari's civil complaint. The fighting continued over the next few days, with Majors admitting in a separate audio recording played at a trial that he had a temper and that he expected Jabari to hold herself to the standards of Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama. Excuse me. How could I forget? Not just Miss Coretta Scott King, Michelle Obama, in order to support him. On September 20th, 2022, the situation escalated, according to the lawsuit, when Majors became physically aggressive and pushed Jabari so hard it bruised her backside. She attempted to leave the house, but Majors allegedly picked Grace up in the air and threw her against the hood of her car, according to court documents. Grace began shouting for help, the lawsuit continues. Majors then forcefully grabbed Grace, placing her into a headlock. and put his hand over her mouth to prevent someone from hearing her cries for help. He brought Grace back into her house and held his hands around her neck, stating he wanted to kill her and that he was going to kill her. Majors then started hitting Grace's head against the marble floor while strangling her until she felt she could no longer breathe. Majors later texted Jabari and pleaded with her not to go to the hospital, according to the suit and evidence shown at the trial, saying, "I fear you have no perspective of what could happen if you go to the hospital. They will ask you questions, and as I don't think you can actually protect us, it could lead to an investigation, even if you do lie and they suspect something." Some of Jabari's responses were redacted during the trial, but the lawsuit says Jabari went on to tell Majors, "Why would the man I love throw me around, strangle me, and look at my eyes and say he hates me and wants to kill me? I'm reminded of what happened each waking second because I can barely move without pain. I also have to heal physically. That's not me stating other than facts. I have endured a bad head injury and I feel unwell. I have brain fog. I have a constant ringing headache." Majors has denied being physically abusive to Jabari. This is on an article about how Jonathan Majors admits to strangling ex-girlfriend and newly unearthed audio. He also denies he has been physically abusive publicly denies it. Only like when it leaks does he admit it. There was like some other stuff too I found. That was like just one instance. There's another one where he is alleged to, that's too small, I can't read that. He's alleged to, during one incident in Los Angeles in 2022, lawsuit alleges Majors became angry with Grace. She became afraid and instinctually tried to calm him down. Majors began shouting in Grace's face and grabbed both her arms, pinning them to her body. He then shoved her into the shower door, causing the shower door to open, then threw her body into the shower wall, causing her head to hit the wall. When Grace tried to escape, things escalated. In an effort to stop the abuse, Grace informed Majors that she was going to have to inform his team of what he had done to her, at which point Majors began throwing candles and other objects in a frenzied state, denting the wall and leaving glass shattered on the floor. Then that second one is the one we already read. Separate lawsuit. I think this is one of the ones he was actually convicted on. Lawsuit includes text messages in which Majors dissuaded her from seeking medical help, threatened to self-delete, some more threats to harm himself if she ended their relationship, some allegations of physical and emotional abuse, controlling behavior. Yeah, sorry. What was I saying? So, my bad. All of this I was just bringing this up because I don't know if Megan Good like knows that all of this happens. She's aware of the evidence that exists, and she is simply like, yeah, this happened, but he was just a child. He was just like a 59-year-old. I don't know how old Jonathan Majors is. I'm going like facially. 59-year-old boy or however old he is, right? And like that's just how old he was at the time, and we need to give him grace. Like that's the question I have. But regardless, I do think there's like a sort of infantilization happening here. And that's going to be a part of today too. Not too big a part because 45 minutes max. And we have only 6 minutes. I'm still looking for the nuance.
Situation with Jonathan Majors. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I don't know if maybe he can bounce back in a couple of years, but man, he was hot. He was hot. He was cooking. I mean, you see him in Creed, he's in the Marvel movies, and then just like that.
Maybe I'm a conspiracy theory, but I thought Katt Williams said any time they make you into that position, part of that contract is you do understand whenever we want to take you down, we can, right? Part of giving you the world. First of all, they went around the world for 2 years straight telling any women that would listen that this was a good-looking Negro. Mm-hmm. Since when? When did y'all start like?
Ooh. When you say part of giving you that contract is we can take it, again, it feels odd to critique white power structures in a conversation about Jonathan Majors in particular. Like, he is someone who has been, like, this would be an actual abuser. Like, wouldn't you use an example of someone who is not an abuser, but refuses to, like, comply with something? And so the white powers that be strip him of his power, as opposed to someone who actually put their hands on someone and then, like, faced legal or criminal consequences for that. So it seems odd to include these people in the same conversation. To me, at least, but I know a lot of people do that anyway.
And a big nose, and when did y'all like a little head and a big jaw? When? Since when? I look like my daddy. When you start liking my daddy? You like black people's features like that? If this ugly nigga is good looking, then all niggas is good looking.
Oh, I read some posts online that were saying that Katt Williams during this part was explicitly talking about Shannon Sharpe's features straight to his face and playing in Shannon Sharpe's face, but that Shannon Sharpe is too dense to pick up on that. And then he pointed straight at Shannon Sharpe while doing this, and I can't unsee that now. I can neither confirm nor deny that that is what Katt Williams' intentions were. I'm just saying I can't unsee that. That's all. That's all. Oh, let me check up on the poll. To everyone coming in, be sure to leave a like on the video and be sure to vote on the poll. I'm trying to get a gauge of, oh, we have 112 votes on the poll, so almost everyone voted. Thank you. Just 13 people didn't vote. Let me see. Whose side are you on? 0% voted for Shannon Sharpe. Y'all are on code. 9% voted for the 19-year-old white girl, 2% voted for Monique, and 89% voted for Black women, what we eating tonight. Got it, got it. I'll leave the poll up. Thank you for voting. My bad. Here I came to ask y'all to vote, and y'all had already voted in mass. What I learned is instead of asking people to vote, you need to make something they want to vote on. You know how I learned that? Watching these Democrats not excite me. That's what I learned. Y'all better excite me. You better excite me. Why are you asking me to go vote? You better make you better make something I want to vote on. That's what I learned. So I'm gonna try, y'all. That's all. I won't beg. I'll just be better.
Anytime you see them telling you something you can't believe, just understand it's a play. And it don't matter. You're going to know it's a play as soon as they get in that position and think they're going to tell somebody something. No, you're not. No, you're not. Marvel will cancel you.
Oh, let me know what y'all are cooking too. Somebody said they were cooking something. I forgot though. I think garlic shrimp and something else.
So you won't be allowed to read a comic book. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Get out of here, ugly boy. Yeah, they love fooling the people.
I missed that Katt Williams interview. That was such an amazing interview. Because of Katt Williams only. Shannon Sharpe is like a terrible interviewer. Like, he is horrible. And then Shannon Sharpe went on to interview someone else right after that, and that was a terrible one. Then he went on to interview someone else, and that was terrible. And what we learned is Shannon Sharpe sucks, and we were just there for Katt Williams. And then I think I watched like the Monique one, maybe. And maybe the Steve Harvey one. Nope, no, I didn't. Nope. Shannon Sharpe. Club Shay Shay's most popular video is Katt Williams. In his top 10 videos, the most popular, Katt Williams. Like the second most popular is a clip from the Katt Williams. Like the third most popular is a clip from the Katt Williams. Another clip from the Katt Williams. Another clip from the Katt. Like, that was just an amazing interview. I don't even believe everything Katt Williams be saying, but he's such an entertainer. He's such an entertainer. Now, with that being said, that was apparently the warning, the quote unquote warning that people are saying Katt Williams gave to Shannon Sharpe about white women. And people are saying he did not, he didn't. Yes, there's a Steve Harvey. Why y'all are surprised? Why are y'all surprised Steve Harvey went on Club Shay Shay? Leftover curry chicken, corn and tomatoes, empanadas, salmon Alfredo. I just had Popeyes, and it was pretty gross. Yep. So they're saying that he did not listen to this warning. He did not listen to this warning. Right. My issue is, why are we warning? So my whole issue with warning Shannon Sharpe, and we're going to talk about this when we look at the Monique interview. Why are we warning people? Okay, let me go through a hypothetical for you guys. Let's say you're talking to some black guy and he says, I don't date black women. I date white women. They're feminine, soft. Just ignore that video we just saw of that white woman saying, I don't believe you live here. This is a rich neighborhood. There's no way someone with your skin color lives here. Just ignore that white woman who just called that 5-year-old black kid the N-word because he had autism and is getting paid $200,000 for that because she's just a poor defenseless white woman who needs money. Because she's being attacked online. Ignore all of that. Let's just say this black man says white women just feminine and submissive and build him up, right? Why do you need to warn him about white women? Why are we warning him about white women and trying to convince him about how good black women are and how they'll defend you and how they'll stand in front of you and protect you from white supremacy? I have an issue with this. I feel like we're running in the wrong direction. I feel like we should be running away from him. We should be running to black women, showing them this and saying, stay away from this man because look at him, he don't like you. When Shannon Sharpe says, I like women who like one day before their 18th birthday were considered children, but now the law says they're adults, so I like them. I like teenage girls as long as they're legal. Why are we like, no, you need to, that's inappropriate, you need a grown woman? Why are we trying to, this man is grown, he has a developed mind, and he has for like 30 something years. He's 56. I can't do the math between 56 and 18 right now. No calculator, no chat GPT. I can't do it. This man does not need to be convinced. I feel like we should be running away. We should be running to the 18-year-olds and saying, hey, this is like a predator. Watch out. I feel like we are infantilizing grown people, specifically grown black men, and trying to in my mind, these people know what they're doing. And maybe I have the wrong idea. Like, to be fair, maybe I have the wrong idea because I talked about this with my friend today. And while I was talking with her, I realized not everyone went through the same childhood that I went through. But this seemed intuitive to me. When I was 18, actually, before I was 18, when I was 16, I thought I was grown because I had my driver's license. I don't want to hang out with 13 years old. I'm grown. I can drive to the mall and hang out with my friends. They have to get their parents to take them everywhere. They are literally babies. Why would I want to be dating or hanging out with a 13-year-old? That's weird. And I'm 16. Then I became 18 and I'm like, why would I want to hang out with a 16-year-old? I'm grown. I'm a senior at school or graduated. Why would I want to hang out with a 16-year-old? I can smoke cigarettes. They can't. They're 16. You have to be 18 to smoke. I'm grown now. That's weird. Why would I date a sophomore? Then I became 21. I'm grown. I can drink. 18-year-olds are babies. Why would I want to date them? Then you become 25. I'm grown. Why would I want to date a 21-year-old? They think they're grown just because they can drink, but they're immature. Then you get in your 30s and you're like, why would I be dating 21-year-old? They're not grown. They're baby adults. They think they're grown. Then you become in your 40s or something. I don't know what that's like. I have no idea. But like, this is something I feel like, you know, when you're a child, you know about age dynamics when you're a child, and you know how weird that is. You know those super seniors who got held back a grade and they're 19 and 20 talking to freshmen. You know that's weird. Why is Monique sitting across from a grown-ass man talking about, no, dating children is bad? If I just explain to you why is, but this man is grown and he know that. Like, am I tripping? Am I tripping? But I talked to my friend, and I think maybe I didn't understand that not everyone had the same childhood I had. So we'll circle back to that point. I'll reiterate that at the end. But before I do, I'll play my intro and then we'll watch Monique, because I have some stuff to say. And I'll put the link down if you guys want to come up before the end.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Been swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Swallowed up. Swallowed up. Swallowed. Been swallowed up. Swallowed. Swallowed up. Swallowed. Been swallowed up.
Oh, I ran out of my drink, which was alcoholic beverage. So now I have to go refill it. So you guys are going to just get that intro on loop while I go do that. So please enjoy for like 30 seconds to 1 minute.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Been swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Swallowed. Swallowed up. Swallowed. Been swallowed up. Swallowed. Swallowed up. Swallowed. Been swallowed up.
All right, nothing hard tonight. A Truly, it's like a White Claw. If you're not familiar, I didn't know what Trulies are, but in my small country town where I grew up, we did have White Claw. So it's a very white girl drink. Tonight we are young, like that. My white friend introduced me to them. It's like, get a load of this. And I tasted it and I was like, ew, this tastes like piss water. And they were like, yeah, it's a seltzer. And I was like, oh, okay, seltzer. It just tastes like piss water. Why do people drink it? I don't know. They were like, it's an acquired taste. No, it's not. Nope. No, it is not. Tastes like that all the time. 6 months later, still tastes like that. Thank you, Vision Harry, for the super chat. I'm so happy to see Hotep Petty's coils returning. They are not. Hey, Alicia, boy math is wild. Use your fingers or the abacus. Abacus? Hold up. Oh my God, my spelling is terrible. You don't want to know what came up. The way I spelled it, what came up was abusive. Definition and meaning. Abacus. That's what it is. Whatever I typed abuse suck. Okay. I typed abuse suck. I didn't know how to spell it, so I was like, let me something. You didn't say, because you didn't spell it, you put the meme. So let me stop using auto spell, because anyway, thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Seltzer is disgusting. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I do. So let's see what Monique had to say. Let's pull up her interview. Monique tells Shannon Sharpe to stop dating young women. Now, let me just say this interview apparently is gaining some traction recently. Why? You decide. You decide. Now, let me just check the poll right before we look at the interview, because I'm going to compare it to right after we look. The question of the day is, whose side are you on? Answer 1, Shannon Sharpe, 0%. Answer 2, the 19-year-old white girl, 8%. Answer 3, Monique, 2%. Answer 4, black women, what we eating tonight, 90%. Got it, got it. Let's see if anything changes.
Dating. What advice is somebody if a group of women were in here and it's like, come on, they talk to us. How this dating thing? Because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
But you tried to say that. What you trying to say? Mo,
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
That was a drag. I'm glad I'm not 56 and trying to date. Looking right at him is crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. Disrespect straight to your face. It's crazy.
Down, you better take your ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me
tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need.
Shannon needs a old woman, fat, who's going to rub his feet, cook for him, slave, labor, toil, work, utility. So Monique seems to be of that mindset. Monique seems to be of that mindset. Why she added fat in there, I don't know. Maybe she thinks, well, that would be me putting words in her mouth, so let me not. But I would say something about the self-esteem of the type of person who like slaves for a person. Well, slavery is a strong word. I'll say servitude, which is right next door, but a little milder on the tongue and to the ear.
Need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get your old bitch out there.
And mind you, when she says you don't need a young girl, she say 26 and 36. Anywho.
6-year-old come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get your old bitch out there that can love you old.
I also noticed, and maybe I'm reading into it too much, she says young girl, 26-year-old girl, 36-year-old girl, and then old bitch. I'm not sure why. Wait, no, wait. She said old woman, and then did she say old woman and young bitch, or did she say young woman and old bitch? Let me rewind.
Auntie, you don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get your old bitch out there that can love you old.
Yeah, I know she's a comedian, but why does the old one have to be a bitch? There seems to be like, never mind. This is what my friends say. I'm trying not to, because I saw a meme that I felt was disrespectful, because there was this. So I watched this TikTok and it was these girls and they were like, "What's up, bitches?" Because like girls call each other that. And one of the girls was like, "But can we deconstruct how calling each other a bitch is a system of the patriarchy?" And like, and the meme was like that over analytical friend who's like, blah, 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 blah. and is always trying to deconstruct or trying to radical feminism or trying to blah, 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 blah. And I felt hit. So now I feel like I'm always overanalyzing something. So now I feel like shutting up whenever I notice something and that I'm reading into it too much. She's trying to soften the message for him through self-deprecation. That could be it. I didn't think about that perspective. I thought it was just one of the subtle ways misogyny attack old women. Like, I didn't even think she was thinking about it.
You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Dang. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch.
I stand corrected. The young ones are bitches too. My apologies. I spoke too soon. The meme was correct.
Listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's gonna say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he thought I was going to be scared. Yes, I'm talking. And I know an old gal, she'd be good to you. Her name is Elladora. Now, when you know somebody named Elladora, she's old school. Mm-hmm. Now, Miss Elladora told me to tell you.
There's also a motherly, let me see how old Monique is. It doesn't matter. Monique 57. Girl, this is your girl. This is Monique is 57. Y'all are the same age. Y'all are the same age. I'm thinking Monique is over here taking a motherly tone. Maybe it's because there's like an age difference. So there's legitimately, no, y'all are about the same age, basically. Y'all would be in the same class, probably in the same classroom, or maybe 1 year apart. Y'all are coworkers. Y'all are college students together. So why are we babying him? Let me look into this real quick. I have an issue, number one, with her babying him, but there was something else too. Where is it? There was something else too, like, it's not just that she's babying like someone who we now know is like predatory and allegedly abusive man, telling him to go after a stronger woman. And in some cases, when people sit across from these men, they tell them to go after blacker women instead of telling women to stay away from these men, right? Instead of telling women that, they frame it as a problem with the girl, it feels like. In the interview, Monique doesn't say that the problem is that Shannon Sharpe is like preying on young people. No, the issue is those young women won't treat you right like an old woman will. An old woman will rub your feet. She'll make you turkey wings. She will be in servitude to you. She'll make you feel good. Remember, Monique calls her husband daddy. Yes, daddy. No, daddy. Excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me, daddy. This feels like male identified, but I don't know her and her daddy dynamic, so I won't comment on it further. I won't. But I feel like we tend to view men abusing women as something the man needs to be saved from instead of the woman he's abusing. I'm thinking of Jonathan Majors, for example. Like the conversation is like not from Katt specifically. He could have been saved from the abuse that he did if he had have just dated a black woman. Right? Shannon Sharpe could have been saved from the abuse that he did had he just dated an older woman. It's almost like a what was she wearing argument, kind of. Maybe this is too far a comparison, but it feels like if these men see a woman passed out on a couch and do something to her, Monique would come in, not to say, Shannon, it is disgusting to do something to a woman who is unconscious, passed out on a couch, unable to defend herself from your abuse. No, Monique would say, Shannon, this is why I tell you not to go to those parties. You need to go to parties where there is no alcohol. No one passes out at a party where there's no alcohol. Monique does not seem to register that Shannon Sharpe preying on younger girls is harmful to younger girls. She only warns him that you might get caught at the party. She does not care if he's forcing himself on the girl who's passed out in the analogy. She only cares that someone might see and call the police and have him arrested. She's trying to save him from facing consequences. She's not trying to help the girl. Essentially, she serves as the lookout, right? Or Jonathan Majors, you should have dated a black woman. What does this phrase mean? Like, it doesn't mean stop abusing women. It means when you do abuse women, no one will care because she's black. No police will save her because she's not afforded victimhood status. They're not telling Jonathan Majors not to beat women. They're telling him to do it in an alleyway under the cover of darkness so that he doesn't get caught, and they'll serve as the lookout. They're already serving as, I don't know, maybe like a character weakness. So I feel like her position in this interview feels weird to me because of how she speaks about him, the younger women and the older women. Again, in my mind, I would be running to the younger women to warn them. I wouldn't be running to Shannon Sharpe to tell him, hey, go and date older women because, like, I don't know. You don't think that's her intention? I think she cares, but knows he won't heed it, and she'll be crucified for suggesting it. She said she was a fast girl when she started the show. Maybe I'll go watch her whole interview. Maybe it'll like contextualize. She's a survivor of... That's a lot. All right. Maybe I'll go and look into that because that's a lot to learn from the comment sections today. It's a lot at once. So I'm going to put that down for now, and I'll pick that up later in the Discord and figure out what that is. I didn't know that. I did not know that at all. None of that I just read that y'all put in the comments. I did not know that.
She said, I think he like red velvet.
Oh, I do.
I say, Miss Elladora, if he do like that, she said, you let him know I got something for him.
Yeah, I like
and she
red
don't
velvet.
have no teeth. Come on, pick your glass up and clack it for me. Come on now. These young gals will bite you. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, I got to get...
These young girls will bite you. Again, it's like, this is so weird. You got to go and warn these 56-year-olds about those 18-year-old girls when you're driving past the schoolyard. They're gonna prey on you. What? They're coming out at 4:30, preying on grown men. That's why you got to get an old girl, because they won't prey on you like young girls will. The whole conversation, I'm throwing it away. Am I tripping? Let me speed it up a little bit, actually. Get through it faster.
Yes, I gotta come on home.
Come on home, Shannon. And y'all stop putting lies out about my brother because I was in my feelings when y'all said he didn't date black women. Y'all stop that.
Guess I gotta come on home. When was this interview? Because he in fact did not come on home 1 year ago. He in fact did not come on home to older women. Guess I gotta come on home then. Wait, 1 year ago. When did she allege the abuse happened? Hold up. Guess I gotta come on home. And he's sitting across from this interview whole time. He abusing somebody. 2023. When was this interview? I think this interview was in 2024. So this would have been after. I think. I'll look into that more, but I'm pretty sure this would have been after. Last year in October. The interview was last year in October, or there were more allegations? I think there's someone else accusing him, but she's someone who's accused him before, but now she's refiling. No, she met him in 2023 when she was 19. Hold up. Use your abacus. Oh no. How am I using it and I can't even spell the word? 1 year older. Oh no, you sent this so long ago. How did this slip past? 1 year older than a man is 10 years in maturity, TBH. Not when you 57 and 56. Not when you are 57 and 56. When you anywhere from 1 to 25, I'll give it to you. And the ages 29 and 30 specifically, because I'm superstitious. You're not about to convince me. Oh, you said 1 year older than a man. Okay, I'll give you that, like at any age ever, actually, even like 80s, 90s. I did not read man. I did not read that one word. Apologies. Completely agree. At any age. I just talked to a 60-year-old yesterday. 60-year-old woman. She said she was having a hard time dating. I said, my mom said men her age are just the same as men my age. And she said, She said, They all the same. Sorry, I'm trying to find out when these abuse allegations are, because let me find out. He's sitting across from Monique talking about, oh, I'm a change. As recently as January. So this is like ongoing. Like this could have been several times from 2023 all the way throughout January of this year. Got it. It's always the one to expect. And a surprising twist that anyone could have seen. Thank you again for the super chat. Sorry that I saw it late.
That shit. You stop it. Now he might throw a white one in there every now and again. And it's okay. It's okay. But now he might about my brother because I was in my feelings when y'all said he didn't date black women. Y'all stop that shit. You stop it. Now he might throw a white one in there every now and again. And it's okay. It's okay. Because sometimes we ain't into everything. Yeah. We don't do everything. So sometimes Uncle Shay Shay need a spice of life. Yeah, he need to go cross the street, but he always gonna come back. That's all we say to you over.
I'm not sure why we do this. Not we specifically, like black people, because I think every race of people do this. I don't think we should encourage fetishizing skin color. I'm not sure why people do that at all. I'm not sure why people engage in that at all. Sometimes you need to spice up your life. It's wild. just to 1 year later have Dr. Umar out here talking about how white people are about to weaponize their skin color to take Shannon Sharpe down or whatever nonsense he talk about. Spice up your life. I have no idea why people fetishize Asian, Latin, people fetishize Black, I don't know why people fetishize like skin color or ethnicity. Why? And why would you like sit across Kiki? Well, I know why Shannon Sharpe would sit across Kiki. Like, I know exactly why he would. After them phone calls leaked. After them, matter of fact, quickly before we do need a short commercial break, actually. Let me see if we can listen to a little bit of the phone calls. Because that audio, people were mad at the audio, right? Oh my God, I don't want to hear you cover the audio. I want to hear the audio. Oh, Abba and Preacher covering it. Why they both got haircuts that look like that? Well, never mind. I won't talk about somebody's hair. I'm not the one.
So fast, it doesn't really matter. Like, you'll use brand deals, you might lose some work opportunities, but actual cancellation, it's really, I don't remember seeing one in the last 4 or 5 years. Do you? Generally, it's people who cancel themselves and decide they don't want to come back. Cancellation.
Yeah, they come back. They tend to come back.
Yeah.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Okay. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chose small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
No, I don't want to look at this version because Abba and Preach cut out the pauses. I want to hear the pauses too, because me and my friend were laughing at the pauses. People were mad at the pausing, and they were saying she was setting up the recording because she wanted to, and she was trying to set this up so she could get some money, and she was conniving. And me and my friend was laughing. We said them pauses was her going on mute to laugh at him. Because I definitely been on three-way before with my friends on mute while she go on mute to laugh at some man.
Well, what, Gabby?
Oh, y'all can see it, right?
Well, what, Gabby?
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
And they said Shannon Sharpe is a fool to not realize. If you're on a phone call and it's 15-second pauses between every statement, you got to be a fool to think you aren't getting set up after someone refuses to sign an NDA with you. And let's just listen. Sorry.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
She sounds doped or slow. Well, yeah, that's why I don't date 18, 19-year-olds, 20, 21. You know, they tend to be immature, childish. I know they're legal adults, but even someone at my young age still finds them pretty slow compared to someone my young age. Completely agree. She sounds slow. If you think she sounds slow, wait till you hear Shannon Sharpe.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. big black guy chose small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do what you did to me.
Wait, what did she do to him? Was this after she put his legs over his head? And hold up, let me see if I can find that text message. Was this after she was doing the bending? Oh, I'm getting a call. And it might be important, actually. This might be an emergency. Please stand by. I'll give you some chill music and be back shortly.
I couldn't sleep by 8 p.m. and send a text to your DM. Couldn't sleep by 8 p.m. Slap at 8 p.m. and send a text to your DM. Come and slap at 8 p.m.
Twerk, twerk, twerk. Twerk, twerk, twerk. Oh my God. A third signal chat leaked? No. The way I looked up text message in Google, like, you know how Google fills in when you're typing something in? Hold up, y'all. It's okay. It wasn't an emergency, by the way. A third signal chat, ain't no way. Oh no. Okay, just the first two. No worries. They're just deciding who to let go. That's all. The way I was finna say. Oh, the way I was finna. So y'all got rid of DEI and the government got worse and more incompetent, is what you're saying. The way that second signal chat leaked, y'all remember when George Bush was reading that book, The Reading Rainbow, to the kids, and then the Secret Service agent was leaning in his ear and he was whispering, but the microphone picked it up and it was like, "Sir, a second plane has just hit the tower." It was just like that when the second chat hit. That's how I felt. "Sir, a second signal chat has just leaked. Where are the fellow audio engineers?" Jamal Petty when he plays his didgeridoo, because the compression changes. It is spliced. Let me let this finish out.
Okay, well.
Well, what?
I'm sorry. Like, y'all were in the comments calling her slow. I actually don't think that she's slow. This is like, she's a teenager. What are y'all? I don't know what y'all are expecting. What are y'all expecting when I get on here and I yell at y'all for 5 hours a day on a stream about why I don't like grown men, saying that the youngest they would date is 18, and I say that's a problem and the only thing stopping you from dating younger is the law, and if the law said 13 you would date that. Y'all know the reason I'm saying that is because, like, I feel like 18 and 19-year-olds are like mentally different than like grown-ups. She sounds defeated. Why does she sound more smart than him? Well, the issue is when you Shannon Sharpe played football, right? He played football, not basketball, right? I don't know who this man is at all, besides that he was a sports commentator and he played a sport before that, and after that he did the Club Shay Shay podcast. That's all I know about him. I'm too young to know about like his actual career in sports. Yeah, he played football, so he probably has like some CTE, you know. Somebody said in the comments earlier. Has some brain condition related to having his head knocked around during football. Might be debilitating brain injury and whatnot. Legitimately, like not even as a way to make fun of him. He could be suffering brain injury. Nah, I'm not gonna give that to CTE. Actually, I think he's like just not smart. I think it has nothing to do with CTE. That man is just not smart. You can go to the barber shop down the street and see Negroes who are not smart. It has nothing to do with having their head knocked around. I'm not gonna give them that. I won't. I won't. Sorry. Let me get back to this. I apologize. I forgot why we even took a detour to see that audio. I forgot why. Maybe if I rewind this a little bit, I'll remember why.
We ain't into everything. We don't do everything. So sometimes Uncle Shay Shay need us.
Oh, we were talking about fetishizing races, entire races, like entire skin colors, and why. And I was like, I don't know why anyone would do that, but I do know why Shannon Sharpe specifically would do that. And then we wanted to see him on his leaked phone call with this 19-year-old white girl talking about how he a big, strong black man talking to a little white girl. Got it.
Spice of life. Yeah, he need to go cross the street, but he always gonna come back. That's all we said. You open, Tyler. Come on home. Come on.
If you want to spice up your life, don't fetishize an entire race of people. Go and buy some cayenne pepper and add it to your dishes. Maybe put some what's it called? Oh my God, I literally know what I'm talking about, but I can't remember what it is. I don't know, maybe put a little ginger in there or something. Put some cayenne pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, a little ginger. I would put some a little turmeric in there, but not too much. If you want to spice your life up, put that into whatever you're cooking today. It'll give you a very unique flavor profile. There's one ingredient, chili powder. That's what I'm thinking of. Chili powder and paprika. No, not Laurie's. Oh, I looked at your profile picture. You're white. Maybe Laurie's for you. Don't spice up your life too much. You don't want to shock yourself.
Come on home.
Sierra says a lot of women talk about Sierra's prayer, but when a God sends a good man, they don't want them. Is that true?
I cannot speak.
When God sends a good man, they don't want him. What is a good man? Define a good man. That's my first question. Describe a situation. Give me an example. This sounds like something men just make up. Women just ignore good men for bad guys all the time. Like Russell Wilson ain't out here wifed up or husbanded up. I think women get wifed up. Men get, I don't know what men got.
Speak for them. I can only speak for me. Because when the universe sent mine to me, baby.
You was ready.
When he sent that man to me, even this morning, I thank the universe for that man right there. Before I can.
You know what? I was so ready to dismiss what Shannon just said. But the way this pastor just came back to my mind in this his wife who refused to walk out the door. His wife was like, it was like he cheats on me and he doesn't like dark skinned women and I have dark skin, and he doesn't like fat women and I'm fat, and he likes Latina women but I'm black, and he doesn't like tall women and I'm tall, and he doesn't like me and I'm me, but instead of leaving, I'm going to stay with him. The way I was so ready to dismiss what he said about God sent a good man, but women don't want him. I actually don't believe that. I don't believe that part. But maybe we can investigate like a refusal to leave someone bad. We can investigate that. If he had said that, I would have been more willing to engage.
Came on air with you. I was talking to him.
I know.
He said, Mama, you heard me talking. I said, hey, Daddy. Yeah, I did. Because we've not been trained. We've not been conditioned to understand you. We've been trained to fight against you.
Right.
We've been trained to go against you. We've watched our mamas, our
Who is we? Hold up. Yeah, maybe I missed something.
grandma, because I was talking to him.
I know.
He said, Mama, you heard me talking. I said,
did.
yes, hey, Daddy. Yeah, I did. Because we've not been trained. We've not been conditioned to understand you. We've been trained to fight against you.
Right.
We've been trained to go against you. We've watched our mamas, our grandmamas, our aunties speak ill of a black man. Mm-hmm. So now when a black
girl, who is we? What the hell is this? Who is we? Who's been trained to fight black men? The way I went and looked at this research, and it said black women was paying the bills, and black women was raising the children that these men abandoned, and black women were not leaving these relationships where men putting their hands on them. And black women, when these men are putting their hands on them, are not calling the police because they're afraid that the police might weaponize whiteness against black men. Like, the way I looked at this research didn't seem like nobody was trained to in condition to resist black men or fight black men. I don't know what she talk about. What the hell? Are we dogs? Girl, trained to what? I've never seen any type of I've never looked into any type of, there is nothing that makes me believe black women have been trained to resist black men at all. Not the murder statistics. No, don't bring those up. No, don't bring those up. Don't confront reality. Don't do that. They don't like that. They get very upset at that. We don't confront reality here. We'll simply break down the entire patriarchy and the entire capitalist system to accommodate them. I heard. Instead of confronting reality that we live in. That's what we'll do. Okay, we're almost halfway through. Let me check the poll real quick to see if anyone's changed their mind. Let me see if anyone's on Monique's side. Let me see where you guys are. I'm just trying to gauge if anyone, does it let you change your vote? Please let me know. I don't actually know if it lets you change your vote. It doesn't let me vote on it, which is strange. Because I made it. Anyway. What the helly? What the helly? What the helly on? What the helly ante? What the helly Berry? What the helly Brown James? What the helly? All right. Whose side are you on? For Shannon Sharpe, we have 0. Y'all have been consistent through the whole stream. We have 0. For the 19-year-old white girl, we have 8% on her side. For Monique, we have 3%. For black women, what we eating tonight, we have 88%. I actually put that as the last option because I looked up some research and it showed that when you do polls, people are most likely to select the first option, and people are not likely to read through the entire option category. They're most likely to select the one that looks the best to them before they even get to the last option on it. So if I had to put that one first, y'all probably would have voted for it 100%. Y'all probably just voting for the one you think looks the best before you get to the bottom. So I guarantee it would have been 100% if I had to put that at the top. If you have not already, let me know what you're eating tonight, black girls and women. What are you eating tonight? Please let me know. Please do. I'm very interested. I'm more interested in what we eating tonight than I am in this interview, but we gonna make it through it. We are going to make it through it. No, it does not let you change your answer. You better vote carefully. Maybe some of y'all voted by accident. Okay, margin of error. I'll try to keep that in mind. Pizza, I might. Well, I have Popeyes still, but it was terrible, which is why it's still uneaten. So it might be pizza too. Tassot. Let me Google that as I let this play. Kava falafel bowl. All right, I can see y'all are very cultured. I'm not, like, I'm at all. I have no idea. I voted before knowing what we were talking about. Y'all probably still voted correctly, even if you didn't know what we were talking about.
Black man comes and he good. You waiting for the...
Nothing was wrong with the Popeyes. It's just fast food and it's greasy, and I don't eat fast food because it's greasy, and it was greasy. That's all.
Bad because grandmama told you black men wasn't shit. Mama told you black man wasn't shit. Your auntie said black men ain't shit. So all you have in your mind is black men ain't shit. So when you get that beautiful black man, he's now got to say to you, erase everything they told you.
Right.
Because I'm here.
Or then you treat him like that, and then he goes, and then you
all we have been told is black men ain't shit. I don't think so. I actually disagree strongly. I actually think black women have been told that black men are kings. We were kings over in Africa, and we were kings and queens, and we were sipping mango juice off of each other's lips. What did it? Let me see. What was this woman saying about us? I have no idea what she was saying. I just know that we were kings and queens and we were sipping mango juice off of something. I hope it was lips up here, because we are supposed to be staying PG-13. That's what I think black women think. I don't think black women are taught to hate black men, actually. I don't. I know this is a really strong sentiment in the black community, actually. Like, I know there are rumors that, like, for example, black single mothers are telling their children to hate their fathers, and that your father don't want you and he hates you and he don't love you. But the reality, I believe, actually exists is like the father does not want to see his kids, does not come around to see his kids, and the mother is not like secretly whispering hateful things in her child's ear. That's just how the father is. In fact, I would say the mother would be actively trying to facilitate conversation between the child and the father, if the father chooses to do so. This is just an example, like one example of conversations where I feel like people try to insert insidious and malicious nature into black women around how they operate and converse about black men, when the reality is like the opposite. Like, we watched a pastor be degraded and insulted by her husband, who reduced her to utility, called her physical appearance like everything but ugly, called her fat, unattractive, told us he was only attracted to light-skinned Latina women who are 125 pounds, told us her skin is a little too dark for his taste. She said it was not him. It was not this black man who hated her. It was simply the enemy attacking his spirit. It was simply that he grew up in a white neighborhood, and it was that influence that made him like this. It was that his father and his grandfather were cheaters, and so that spirit was on him. It was everything but he hated her. That's what I actually think is going on in the community. If you ask me for my opinion, I think black women would say anything but black men hate me. Monique disagrees. She believes black women are being taught to hate black men and mistreat black men. And when black women get with black men, they have to unlearn that hatred. Now, what data or stats does she have to back that up? I don't know. I have not seen any, so it's just her opinion versus mine. Black women understand the assignment. Most black women only date black men like God intended. Okay. I put you in a timeout. I'm not sure if you were playing or not. I put you in timeout though. You jump scared me. I was actually startled. I was genuinely startled. Like I was clutching my pearls. I actually had no idea what to do. I was like, like it genuinely startled me. I was like, what is that? I was like, that's so unfamiliar. But I think it's only for 5 minutes. It's just like a be on your best behavior. That's all. It's not like a ban or something like that. Oh, actually, we're gonna talk about this in the Discord after if you guys would like to. But my friend had comments that she wanted to say about policing tone. So we're gonna be less policey, actually. You should be able to be over here and be audacious, I think. So let's continue.
Now you're mad because he didn't want you to white girl, Shannon. Now y'all start treating Shannon good. Okay? Start treating.
Oh, what did she just say? Okay. Black women are treating black men bad, and now y'all are mad that Shannon is going to white girls. Yeah. Got it. I feel like we've heard this talking point before. Black women mad, aggressive, treat us bad. White women good, submissive, treat us nice. We're gonna ignore like white women who come up to our house where we live and tell us, I don't think you live here because you're black. Police, please come help me. I'm a poor white woman and this black man is scary or whatever. He's cooking hot dogs in the park without a permit. Why do you need a permit to cook hot dogs in the park at the grill that they built into the ground at the park for people to cook hot dogs on? Don't know. That's apparently a law. But yeah, they're going to ignore that. And white women like weaponizing their quote unquote femininity and victimhood status against black men. And yeah, black women are just aggressive and whatnot, and white women super feminine, super submissive to black men. Yeah. And now Shannon Sharpe goes to get his white woman preference and abusing her, allegedly. And this is how I view this conversation, like generally outside of Shannon Sharpe. This is how I view this. Like, okay, so I'm going to go and look at research, and the research is going to show that black men who date white women, Asian women, Latin women they're just going to have, it's going to be the rates of single motherhood are going to decrease in those interracial relationships, right? And the rates of domestic violence and SA and all of that, it's just going to go down because those women are just so submissive and feminine, right? And it's just Black women are the problem because they're aggressive and always want to hate on Black men and whatnot. And that's why the relationships in the Black community are so bad. It's a Black woman issue. And then they date out and carry the issues and they get worse. And that's how I view all of these conversations, basically. Monique disagrees. She said, don't be mad when he date white women. Because we weren't taught. We weren't, what did she say? Hold on, let me back up a little bit. What's this timestamp? 3:36. Let me back up just a little bit.
I'm good. That's her. Because grandmama told you Black men were Black man. I ain't to go against you. I said, hey, daddy. Yeah, I did. Because we've not been trained. We've not been conditioned to understand you. We've been trained to fight against you. Right. We've been trained to go against you. We've watched our mamas, our grandmamas, our aunties speak ill of a Black man. So now when a Black man comes and he good, you waiting for the bad because grandmama told you Black men wasn't shit. Mama told you Black men wasn't shit. Your auntie said Black men ain't shit. So all you have in your mind is Black men ain't shit. And so when you get that beautiful Black man, he's now got to say to you, erase everything they.
Yeah, my bad. I forgot. I had to go back and watch it again. We haven't been trained. They haven't taken us to a dog park and had us do tricks and flips and gave us the little treat whenever we do something right, and corrected us with the little tap on the nose or whatever the guy on the dog whisperer does. We just haven't been trained to appreciate Black men, and we hate them too much because our moms and grandma hated them. Got it. What was that timestamp? Literally forgot it right after I say. Never mind. I think I could just let it play through. I think it was like 5 seconds after this.
Right.
Because I'm here.
Or then you treat him like that, and then he goes, and then you talk about.
Now you're mad because he didn't want you the white girl, Shannon. Now y'all start treating Shannon good, okay? Start treating them good. Now, Shannon, I got to catch my plane.
Okay, this is the last one.
Unless you want to send me back on your jet.
I wish I had one. But I'm gonna get you out here on this.
See what y'all did.
You heard what Shaq said. Shaq said they asked Shaq, should a man open up to a woman? Shaq said no. He said because if you do, they're gonna use it against you. He said because if I'm crying about something, they're gonna say the first time they get mad, they're gonna say,
oh my God, this is like, why are there like 3 conversations that they have on every male podcast? Should a man open up to his woman because she's just gonna use it against him? And should a man go 50-50? Because why am I paying for the whole date? And what do I get in? Should a man take a woman out to dinner? Because a man should take her for coffee. That way he can get a conversation from her and she's not coming just for dinner. You can make sure she has no reason to come for financial gain and all she has is conversation. Like, why is it like the same 3 conversations over and over again on every podcast? I feel like I just realized this. It's just slightly different for Black podcasts, like slightly different. Like add in a little, would you rather have a thug son or gay son, or a gay son or thought daughter? Or dare I say, switch it up, thug son or thought daughter? Like, oh my God, would you rather have a son who questions his sexuality or a son who murders and kill people? Very difficult decision to make. Very difficult. Robust debate happening on the male podcasts. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. I just picked up on this. I was like, wait, are they about that? Okay, sorry. Let's just let them have it.
They see you crying because your daddy said what he said.
How do you take advice from a man who has no woman? And I love Shaq. But how do you take advice from my brother that has no one?
Okay.
The issue isn't that Shaq has no woman and he's giving advice. The issue is that like his advice is terrible. Also, I'm pretty sure he like cheated on his wife several times or whatever and some other stuff. Asterisk, because like I need to look that up, which I will now.
If you have that person in your life and you say, listen, I'm going through, who else do you talk to at nighttime in your pillow talk? Who else do you share your life with? Who are you sharing with your life with, Shaq?
Shaquille O'Neal says he was a serial cheater and lamented affairs cost him valuable time with his kids. Well, I would have said that like cheating is bad because like you're violating your marriage, but also yes, like if it's also a detriment to your relationship with your kids and causing you to miss out on time with your kids, probably also setting a bad example. That's probably also like a good example of why it's not like this is a. I'm only bringing this up because this is like this hurts his character. So you might say the value of his advice would be less because of his character, but I wouldn't say, oh, he's not married. Monique says, oh, he's not, with all due respect, he's not married. Why would I take his advice and he's not married? What does that have to do with anything? What does being married versus single have to do with the value of your advice? When you could have said, oh, he's a cheater. A cheater who don't spend time with his kids because he's too busy cheating. That's an aside. Who cares? Who care about Shaq? Let's listen to these people.
Do you tell another man about your situation? And does he make you feel better? Like, who do you share your life with? So I don't agree with that at all. And I love my brother, but I don't agree with that. I think that makes division. Because if I got to call my girl and not talk to my husband,
right? When
I heard Oprah say, and these are her words, not mine, she said, when I be stressed out and I be going through it after the show, I will come home and Gail could calm me down and put me to sleep. What you say?
What's that?
Okay, then you said it.
I'm gonna get Oprah on here. I'm gonna get Oprah on the show.
But those are her words. So I believe that partnership is partnership all the way around. When I leave this earth, there is nothing my husband will not know about me. And
wait, I was confused on that part. Is she saying it's bad to tell your girlfriends? Or is she saying her girlfriend came over and put her to bed? I feel like I misunderstood this part. Somebody please translate. I'm like so confused.
Down and put me to sleep. Girl, I love my. Does he make you feel better? Like, who do you share your life with? So I don't agree with that at all. And I love my brother, but I don't agree with that. I think that makes division. Because if I got to call my girl and not talk to my husband,
right?
When I heard Oprah say, and these are her words, not mine, she said, when I be stressed out and I be going through it after the show, I will come home and Gail could calm me down and put me to sleep. What you say?
What's that?
Okay, then you said it.
Gabriel calm me down and put me to sleep. Oh, it sounds like she's angry about something in her relationship. Oh, Oprah and Gabriel are friends. She talked about Gabriel, what's her name? So Oprah is mad about something in her marriage or relationship. She calls Gabriel and Gabriel like calms her down. Like gives her emotional relief. And Monique added put her to sleep. And in my mind, that added like weird undertones that confused me. Gail, not Gabe. Oh, she said Gail King. That's what I was. Sorry, I misheard her. I was like, put her to sleep. What, girl? What are y'all doing with y'all girlfriends? What you mean you call your girlfriend over and she put you to sleep? Thanks for that. Warm bottle. Warm bottle in conversation. Let me find out. Just talk to your man and your girlfriends. It'll probably help you to get unique perspectives. Like one of y'all said earlier, maybe Monique is like trying to drag old women to soften the blow of the advice she's giving Shannon so that he takes it. I think it was Invincible, maybe. It might have been you who said that. That was a different perspective than what I had. I thought she just had some internalized misogyny. And then later, the reason I thought that is because she called old women the B word. Then she called young women the B word. So later, it turns out I was wrong. Maybe what you said was right. So maybe it might help to get different perspectives from people. So just talk to both. I don't know. Probably helps you to talk to both your partner and friends to get different perspectives on things. Not a relationship guru. I don't have the qualifications, you know, because I think about things before I speak on them. So I'm unqualified. you know, you have to like turn your brain off before you give it relationship advice to be qualified in this space and whatnot. It's not something I can do.
Yeah, I'm going. No. Oh, I'm gonna get Oprah on here. I'm gonna get Oprah on the show.
But those are her words. So I believe that partnership is partnership all the way around. When I leave this earth, there is nothing my husband will not know about me, and the other way around.
Did you know after your first 2 marriages you gonna get married again?
Yes. Because my first 2 marriages were just marriages of, my first marriage was you just couldn't have the milk without buying the cow.
Right.
That was the first marriage. And we were boxers.
Okay.
And we were Friday night fights. Okay.
I don't think I'm understanding her here.
Married again?
Yes. Because my first 2 marriages were just marriages of, my first marriage was you just couldn't have the milk without buying the cow.
Right.
That was the first marriage.
What's the milk? What's the cow? Who bought it? What? Girl, what is the marriage? Who bought who? What did you buy without? Were y'all trying to have sex, but you're like, oh, I can't have premarital sex, so we got to get married? Or, and what was the boxing? Were y'all fist fighting, or was the boxing sex? I have no idea. Shotgun wedding? Girl, say that. We had a shotgun wedding because we wanted to have sex, or I got pregnant, or we was boxers. Yeah, like older people phrases be goofy. Girl, the way I didn't watch it, we were fighting infidelity. You cheated. You cheated on her. You cheated on her. We were fighting the spirit of infidelity. Got it.
Right. And we were boxers.
Okay.
And we were Friday night fights. Okay. Okay. We were it wasn't domestic violence. We was Friday night fights.
Right.
Okay. I took an L sometime, but sometime I didn't.
Right.
Okay. Okay. The second one was,
I need to look into this. I think y'all said this earlier, but y'all said she suffered some something that rhymes with Pinterest and abuse and other things that may frame her views on like the stuff that she's talking to Shannon about today. And I really need to look into that because like I'm not about to sit here and her framing of, and I don't know that, like, it could be she was the abuser for all I know. I don't know what her relationship was like. Yeah, something that rhymes with Pinterest, not Pinterest. I'm just saying, hopefully I'm being clear. I don't know like a word for, like, we have essay and DV and PDF file. I don't know a word for like that one. But y'all know when you light incense, like the stuff for the smell around the house, you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, but like I need to look into that because it might be shaping a lot of what she's saying here. And maybe we could talk about how this abuse has people like talking about how Black women need to unlearn, I don't know, hating Black men and start calling them daddy like she does for her husband. Because this ain't it. I think this is what happened. I think she's fighting back against abuse, but I don't know what her relationship's like, so I won't speak on it. Her previous relationships were like, I assume that's what happens. I think this is how a lot of Black women frame their abuse. I think people start fighting their abuser back and assume that this is mutual abuse. There is no such thing as mutual abuse. There might be violence back and forth, but there is no such thing as mutual abuse.
I couldn't afford to pay my rent.
Right.
And I didn't want to have a boyfriend.
Right.
So that's why I said this is the first time I've really been married.
Right. Tell me the story that you wanted to share that nobody else knows that you was going to share with us.
Y'all ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Sorry. Y'all ready for this?
Wanted to share that nobody else knows that you was going to share with us.
Y'all ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
I want you to move in. That man that was sitting right here on this couch.
She said, I want you to move in. I was like, huh? Girl, I thought she was moving Shannon Sharpe in her house with daddy. I think she just means move in closer.
His name is Katt Williams.
Yes.
Katt Williams and I have a relationship.
I'm sorry. Let me let her finish.
We're fraternal twins. That's all.
That's it.
That's it. That is my twin, my spiritual, fraternal, non-biological brother. We are twins, baby. Yes, we are. That was it, and that was all.
Thank you.
Don't nobody know that, but you, Katt Williams, don't even know the shit.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so beautiful. So, Katt,
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him and say, "Hey, I met your sister for the very first
I
time."
need you to tell him. I don't know if you said this, so I don't want to quote it because I could be wrong.
Okay.
Spiritual twins. Girl. Fraternal, of or like a brother or brothers. Developed from separate ova and therefore genetically distinct and not necessarily of the same sex or more similar than other siblings. I think she means of or like a brother or brothers. I think she means that definition. Brotherly, friendly, or brotherly. Got it. Maybe she means that one. Girl, they spiritually like brother and sister. She said it's a secret. Katt don't know this. Maybe he does. I don't know.
But someone said Shannon Sharpe don't mess with black women.
Mm-hmm.
And
before you go any further, can I say this?
Oh my God, what? Shannon Sharpe doesn't mess. No. What? Oh my God, I need to grapple with this.
Please.
My grandmother told me something when I was a little boy. She said, "Boy, never chase a lie."
Come on, baby. Come on.
Why?
And you never said that, right?
I've never said.
Okay.
If somebody say, Prince Petty, somebody told me you don't mess with black women, I thought I would say, no, that's untrue. I thought I would be, my grandma always told me, you know, when someone comes up to you and they say something and you never chase a lie. I feel like, just say, no, that's untrue. Am I tripping? I feel like you playing in my face. What do you mean your grandma told you never chase a lie? Anyway, yeah, so is that rumor true?
Baby. Come on.
Why?
And you never said that, right?
I've never said.
Okay, so that's why I said
I got black kids.
That's what I said. I said that baby's black.
Okay, you never said you don't date black women. Is it true that you don't? Do you prefer black women or do you prefer another race of women? Do you blah, 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 blah? Like, I have questions after that. Okay, you never said that. Is it true? That's my first question.
Black.
Yes.
They not confusing.
Yes.
We ain't trying to see if she Latin or Dominican. They black. They mama got black. Everybody that Shannon messed with was black, right?
Yes.
Black. You a football player with a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
When you go into a city and you was in your prime, you had your pick. It's no different for a woman. When I went to a city, everybody wanted to be Professor Ogilvy. Hey.
Whiteside, who impersonated Shannon Sharpe. What's his name? Whiteside.
And I would pick him. Okay, you look like you could be.
But see, here's the thing. Now, Mo, all of a sudden, you being this fat black woman, it ain't a problem. You gotta remember, I remember you said it was.
Well, let me say this. First. It wasn't never a problem with me being a fat black woman because real black men, they like them in all shapes and sizes, all complexions. Mm-hmm. It is these new Negroes that get into she gotta be this way, she gotta be that way. But real black.
Nope, it's them old Negroes too. Nope. As if we didn't just see this 50-something-year-old black pastor talk about how he don't love his fat black wife. She is too fat and too black. He likes lighter-skinned Latinas who are 125 pounds max. It's these new Negroes. Nope. Old ones too. What you talk about? I was watching black and white videos when I was young. You know them old black and white videos of like the people debating at colleges back when everybody was like, it seemed like everybody, I don't know what it is about like my generation, millennial, I don't know what it is, but maybe it was because everyone was wearing like, I don't know, everybody seemed much more professional, much better spoken, like And I mean everyone of every color of like, but the black and white people were debating in college literally about audacious things like black people have the same brain size as white people, and it would always be some incredibly intelligent black people in there like, let me tell you something, man, the white power structure is built to break us down, and you fear violence built against the white man because you know that the white man is being violent towards us. See, you don't fear violence, you just fear the same power structure that you built being turned against yourself, right? It's always like really, really smart and articulate people, and I'm always very impressed with the videos, and they're always arguing with white people who are scared of them because they're smart. So I watch videos from this era, and there are people from this era talking about how white women are like, the white woman is just more submissive. She's just, the black woman come home and she always yelling at you and blah, 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 blah. But the white woman is yada, yada, yada. I don't know, something about Martin Luther King and what he was fighting for. Something about that. Don't look into that. Don't research that, actually. Stay pure. No, that is not, it is not a nasal addition. It is like the way that, I don't know what it is. It is the way that they talk. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like a Black Panthery voice, and they all talk like that. All of them, I swear. Nah, because did Malcolm, hold on, let me look up Malcolm X real quick. I don't think he talked like that. Like, Malcolm X will be sitting across from a white man, and the white man is always like, don't you think it's a little dangerous for those black people to be out in the street with those guns? Well, we ain't shooting anybody. We're just standing out here protecting our neighborhoods. What's so wrong with us doing? You white man do it. All of a sudden now you want to talk about gun law. I love watching these videos, but then I was looking at some videos and they talk about white women submitting and all this. The same thing I see in 2025. I saw it all the way back then. And Monique talking about it's these new Negroes. No, it's the old ones too. Malcolm did not. Okay, I'm not going to look him up. I don't know if these videos are copyright either. So y'all just gonna have to imagine him talking. Malcolm didn't sound like that. Jordan never did that move. Got it.
Black man, if you can bake a pound cake naked, what y'all talking about?
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Becoming a
No, thank you. So what did we learn today? What did we learn? Let me check the poll. Be sure to like, by the way. We stayed under 45 minutes. Just like I said, I always keep a promise. And one thing about me is when I say 45 minutes max, I mean 45 minutes max. I mean it. So what I will do, I will post this link. That's what I will do. I will post this link just in case anyone wanted to come up today and had comments about anything that we watched today as I close out. Actually, I'll do like an after show. But here's the main thing that I had like, and I said this earlier today. Here's the main thing that's bothering me. We are talking to Shannon Sharpe. Let me put Monique on the screen and Shannon. We are talking to Shannon Sharpe like he doesn't know. W.E.B. Du Bois. Girl, them videos had me. I was so young and so pro-black. The way these black people was talking to them, but we don't need college. This pissed me off again. This pissed me off again, actually. Think about that conversation from the other day. Anywho, I said this at the beginning. I'll say it again now. We are talking to Shannon Sharpe. This is my issue. This is my main issue. We are talking to Shannon Sharpe like he does not know what he's doing. When I was 18, I was a child. Not literally. Metaphorically, that's the word. Metaphorically. But I thought I was grown. I thought I was grown. Then I turned 21, which is still a child. But I thought I was grown compared to 18. And then you turn 25, which you think is grown compared to 21. Then you get in your 30s and 40s, and those people in their 20s start looking like children. Then once you're in your 50s and 60s, I don't think 40-year-olds start looking like children. I think they just look young. But the point is, when you're 21, you know that 18 years old looks like a child to you, not legally, but conceptually, no, metaphorically, right? Think about yourself at 18. When I was 18, I was like, I'm grown now. I can buy cigarettes. I can drive a car with a real license, not a learner's permit. Never mind, that's 16, not 18. But the point is, I thought I'm grown at 18. Then you turn 21 and you realize just how immature and just how childish you were at 18. You're only legal on paper. Then you turn 21, you realize how mentally you were a child back then, and you can't imagine yourself at 21 hanging out with 18-year-olds, dating 18-year-olds. They have a different mindset. They're immature, they're childish, all of that, right? I'm 21 now. I'm really grown this time. I can drink. I can go to the bar. 18-year-olds can't go to the bar with me. They'll have to show their ID and they'll get rejected. I'm in college now, or maybe college age. Maybe you're in the military at this point in your life, or have been in the workforce for some years now. You're grown. You're 21. Then you turn 25 and you realize 21 is definitely not grown, right? You just think you were grown at 21 when you were 21. But now that you're 25, you realize, metaphorically at least, you were a child back then at 21, right? At 25, you can't imagine yourself hanging out with 21-year-old you, right? With your 21-year-old friends when they were 21, right? Or dating your 21-year-old girlfriends or boyfriends. They are immature. They are childish. They think they're grown just because they can drink and go to the bar. That's not what makes you grown. You are 25 now. You're really grown this time, right? And you go through these cycles. But the point I'm trying to make is, this is something you realize at 25, right? This is something you realize at 21, right? You think at 21, 18-year-olds feel like children. And then when you're 18 years old in high school, when you're 21, the reason 18-year-olds feel like children, these 18-year-olds are like, they could be in high school still with 14, maybe 13. I'm not sure how old high school children are. I think they're 14 to 17-year-olds, and they're sharing the same space. Just because on paper, legally, you're the same age, like, I'm trying to think of like your day-to-day, your practical life, right? You're sharing the same space with 14 to 17-year-olds, regardless of your status as a legal adult. And then when you're 25, again, 21-year-olds and how they're living practically. And if you're in your 30s and you're listening, you know very well, them 21-year-olds will tell you to your face how old you are. as if you are at grandparent age, even at 21, they realize how vast an age difference it is. I remember in boot camp, if you guys are military, I think I was 19 or 20, I forget, or maybe both. I'm pretty sure I had my birthday in boot camp, so it's probably both. And it wasn't fun because I got smoked. But most people in boot camp, I think, were 18 to 21 when I was in. And then we had like a few 30 or 31-year-old, maybe like 33 or 4, sprinkled in there because the cutoff to join, I'm pretty sure, was like 35. So we were making fun of these people so much, y'all. Like, we were making fun of them to their face. Like, these people we were talking about how their bones were creaking and cracking and crispity, creaky, crunchy. Like, we were saying all types of mess about these people as if they were senior citizens. Like I said, 21-year-olds, they will let you know how old you are and all types of mess as if you are a senior citizen, right? But 18-year-olds will straight up disrespect you, like, because even as a child, not a literal child, again, because they are legal adults, and instead of referring to them as children, I'm going to refer to them moving forward as baby adults, right? I'm going to refer to them as baby adults instead of children, because that's actually how I feel they are. They realize the gap in knowledge, the gap in lived experience, the gap in age between 18 and 30. So when we have grown men like Shannon Sharpe, who are 56, and see no problem with picking up an 18-year-old from high school after she finishes her day of 12th grade with the 14 to 17-year-olds. He sees no problem with this. He asked her how her day was, and she says, "Oh my God, the sophomores, these 16-year-olds are so immature. They were one of them got up and yelled, 'Food fight,' and they started throwing food. They're so immature. And then Miss Green gave us extra homework, and so now I gotta go home and do." And this man sees no issue at 56 with this, because on paper the law says she's legal. He does not think about his morality past that. And Monique sees no issue sitting across from this man, infantilizing him. Men who are twice, thrice our age, and babying them as if they just need it to be explained to them that maybe as a 56-year-old man, it is not okay for you to be dating someone that you could be picking up from high school, even if the law says they are a legal adult. Maybe the law should not dictate our morality, and we should think meaningfully about whether or not our dating practices are predatory outside of just the law says it's okay. What if the law said 17 was okay, 16, 15, 13, 10? What if the law said that it was legal to lynch Black people? Would you do it? Would you think it was okay for people to do it? Or would you question that law, ask yourself about the morality of what you're doing or what people are doing? There's no law that says you can't jump off a cliff after your friends is there. But what would your Black mother have to say about that? Why are we babying grown men? Shannon, you need to stop going after these young girls and date someone your own age. And I have no interest in talking to Shannon Sharpe. I would be talking to anyone else besides him and telling them how weird he is for dating people who go to school, sit in the cafeteria where 14 to 17-year-olds get up and yell food fight, start chucking stuff. He is that man who, if you grew up in a small town and you knew that one girl, she was 16 or 17, and she brought a 21 to 25-year-old man to prom, and we didn't realize at the time because we were also 16 and 17, but she was being preyed on by this man. He worked at the plant or something in town. We all lived in a small town, so nobody cared about this because times were a little backwards back then. Right? He was that guy. He was that guy. Level up single mom, Michaela. What's up?
Hi. I was just coming up to say hi because people be leaving me hanging at the end of my streams too. So I wasn't going to hold you too long. How you doing?
Man.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking about that, and I wasn't asking about that. But yeah, my bad.
Just babying. Instead of people running to interview Grace Jabari, Jonathan Majors' victim, they have Jonathan Majors out here telling him you should have dated a black woman. Like he a child and he need to be told to. Why are we babying predatory and abusive men?
Because they still want to partner with them. And so that's just, the dynamic. That's the conundrum. If you're a woman that wants to partner with men to see them as degenerate and stuff, that doesn't align with that,
You think Monique and women like Monique are telling Jonathan Majors and Shannon Sharpes and people who don't like old black women to stop going after young white girls and go after old black women because they want their attention?
Because they specifically want their attention? I think they genuinely believe. It's like when people were saying like, oh, Kanye needs a black woman because Kim, just don't know how to handle him type of thing. It's more so about taking care of the man. They feel like a black woman is going to be able to keep him out of trouble and so forth and so on.
Not them specifically, but I'm using them as an archetype because I didn't think about like the idea that I said earlier in the stream, why would any black woman go on a stream with a guy who's like, I don't like black women, I like Latin women, I like Asian women, I like white women? Why would anyone go on a stream with him and try to convince him, oh no, black women are better for you and they'll love you better? And those women, white women will try to weaponize white tears and put you in jail. Like, why would anyone try to convince him of that? But it might make sense if they actually want his attention. So I'm not saying them specifically, but I might understand if they wanted his attention actually.
No, I really think, Monique gives that big sister, grandmama, big mama energy. And so it's more so of a thing of like, oh, they trying to take a black man down, brother. Get you a good woman to take care of you. They always signing somebody up for some bullshit,
Okay. You think she's the auntie? I don't think she like women. She told y'all to stop wearing bonnets outside. But
she don't like herself. Her whole situation, but that works for her. Different strokes for different folks. I ain't gonna yuck your yum. But I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't want her situation either. So it's just like, hey, you pick your battles.
I wonder if she's spoken out about Jonathan Majors. I'm actually curious. Michaela, what you got to say?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing the best I can in these troubling times.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it.
You said in the comments that you're on the side of Shannon Sharpe and you don't think he did anything wrong. Do you want to tell us
more? I don't know why you do this to me every single time.
You didn't say that in the comments?
I did not.
Oh, I must have misread. What are your thoughts on Shannon Sharpe and the stuff he did, allegedly?
Not feeling great about it. I'm really not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no one else came up, so I'm going to play my interlude and we can have a brief after show. Thank you, everyone who joined. I would appreciate if you guys leave a like on the video. It does help the algorithm. And do subscribe if you would like to see more. I don't ask for subscribes a lot, so I should probably do that more. I will see you guys on the other side of this thing.
I would have been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Been swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Swallowed up. Been swallowed up. Swallowed up. Swallowed up. Swallowed. Been swallowed up. Swallowed. Swallowed up. Swallowed. Been swallowed up.
I hope I have some good memes today. It's been a while, so I would like to think that I have them saved up. But I'm like, okay, so I'm moved from middle school, right? And you go from the middle school to the high school, and you're like, what, 13 going to 14? And it's not like you just moved from some weird age to a weird age, like from 17 to 18 and now I'm an adult, or from 15 to 16 and now I move from a learner's permit to a real driver's license. You just move from 13 to 14, but
Right.
now I'm going from the middle school to the high school. I don't want to hang out with middle schoolers. That's weird. What do you mean you are a high schooler dating middle schoolers? That is so weird. You ill. That man hang out with middle schoolers. He over there dating a middle schooler. Like, we all know and we're kids at the time. So like, we don't understand the idea of being a predator. We can't fully conceptualize it like I can as an adult now that my brain is fully developed. But even as a child, I already know you weird. We all do. We all know you weird. That's why we don't date middle school kids, because we're freshmen at high school. Why are we dating middle school kids? That's weird. Even when I'm 13, this was not as big a deal, but when you move from 12 to 13 and you become a teenager, this was like a big deal, at least where I was growing up. When you move from 15 to 16, and now I can drive without a permit. I don't need my parents or someone in the car. I can drive by myself. So there's like different levels, even at being a child, of being a child. There's different like echelons of childhood, and you dating in a different echelon becomes weird, especially when those echelons are further and further apart, right? Like, oh my God. I'm thinking about what's it called? I said it earlier, but I can't remember what I'm talking about. What I was talking about earlier in the stream. It was like when you're 18 in high school. Some people are 18. I think most people are 17, and the people who are 18 are like have late birthdays or early birthdays or something. It's something weird about your birthday. And because of when you start school, depending on what your birthday is, you're going to be either 17 or 18 when you're in your last year of high school. So I'm just going to say 18. When you're 18 and in your high school, you know about them 12th graders who were dating 8th graders. And these 8th graders just got there from middle school. And so these 12th graders who are dating 8th graders freshmen who just got there from middle school seem predatory. Even if you're 17, right? And they're 14, and it's just a 2 or 3 year age difference. Even as children, we know how weird that is. You can't impress someone in your grade. You can't impress another senior. So you have to prey on some middle schoolers who just got there. You have to go and prey on some freshmen. In fact, even before I was a senior in high school, when I was one of the freshmen who just transitioned from middle school to high school, I remember, okay, I'm trying to date girls my age in my class, other freshman girls, them grown ass seniors competing with me and the boys in my class for girls my age, especially them super seniors who get held back a year or 2 or 3. However long you get held back before they say, okay, you got to get up out of here and you got to do a GED or something. Were a problem. So even as children, we knew this was weird because we know about the power dynamic and the age dynamic, which I guess is the same as the power dynamic. Right? So we know this. Even as 18, we know this is weird. We're seniors. The freshmen are like babies. They're like babies. We have been in high school for 3-4 years now. We know how everything runs here. We know how to get away with stuff. We don't go and eat lunch like that because we know they're about to be throwing stuff. When it's lunchtime, we take our cars and we go and get McDonald's. We don't like to eat the lunch here. And we have jobs, like we have part-time jobs. So we got money to spend to go and get, and the freshmen come in here and they look like goofy goobers. We know this. We do. We know this is weird. So why am I sitting across from a 56-year-old man trying to explain to him why dating a 18-year-old is wrong? He knows. Me reminiscing. Reminiscing. them grown-ass men taking girls to prom. Working at the plant. No, you wrong. We all know that's weird. We don't know why, because we're children, but we just know it's weird. Oh, he has a car. He has his own place. He's so cool. He's just a regular adult, and that impresses no one his age, because everyone his age has that. So he has to go prey on children. And the crazy part is $25K per cheek can impress a 56-year-old. So it ain't even the same. This just like straight up predatory. It ain't even a case of not being able to impress someone your age. So you have to go prey on somebody. There's plenty of 56-year-olds who would be very impressed with $25K per cheek. I went and watched. We talked about earlier how the Black community cycles 3 conversations: gay son, thug son, gay son, thought daughter, thug son, thought daughter. But we there was a conversation going around, and it was like, how many back shots would you take as a man for $250K per back shot? And this man came up here and he was like, you would have to pay me to stop. You had to pay me to stop. And then one guy said he was doing it for the love of the game. But why you left? Why Vitamin? Where you go? I was gonna let y'all speak if y'all gave me some time. I was just reminiscing. Anyway, there's a lot of people who would love $25K per cheek at any age. So you're not even doing this because you need to go and impress someone who's younger. I feel like you're doing this like just to be predatory. Like there's no excuse. Michaela, any thoughts? Were there grown men dating children at your school when you were growing up?
I don't know, but I do know as a 19-year-old there were, and I even had this conversation with you, there were inappropriate things that were happening when I was 19 and 18. We just had this conversation probably last week, a couple days ago, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, it happens, but you definitely took pause. And I think a lot of, you don't realize it until someone tells you as a woman that it's not very kosher to do things that way.
Super seniors. I think super seniors means something else, and I'm using it incorrectly, maybe.
I don't know, because my definition of super senior is someone who's like above 18.
Oh,
you know, twice failed senior year. That's my definition.
I was gonna say like academically gifted, or does decathlon, or like what's it called? What's that thing? Valedictorian or something like that. And here I am using it as like predator. I think I'm using it like wildly incorrectly.
I mean, it's definitely not valedictorian, because I don't think super seniors are, you know, the brightest of the bunch.
All right. Are y'all ready for these memes? This is all I have for y'all before we go. Grown men trying to talk to me at 14, 15, 16. I got less attention from men after 21. Oh, I actually have heard this a lot. Let's look at some gospel real quick.
And lean in, lean in. You ready? Watch this, watch this. When you have the love of God, who is love, watch this. Watch. This is the part they love. Not this part. It was this part where I just didn't stop. Like, what? What? Do you see that? Wait. And they were like this. They're like, oh, she spilled, you know, like they loved it. Lean in, lean in, lean in. You ready? Watch this, watch.
Y'all didn't see her. Let me play this one more time.
Just, when you have the love of God, who is love, watch this. Watch. This is the part they love. Not this part. It was this part where I just didn't stop. Like, what? What? Do you see that? Wait. And they were like this. They're like, oh, she spilled, you know, like they loved it. Lean in, lean.
I'm not commenting on that.
Nigga got mad because I cheated on my birthday. Nigga, it's my day. Nigga.
Let me see what the comments say. Girl, he sounds like a red flag to me. God forbid a girl has too much love to give on her birthday. Someone said, shit, I deserve a sweet treat. All the girls just laughing instead of saying you wrong for that. Y'all trying to tell us something? Yes, but your ear is not open. Better than him cheating on your day. That happened to me. Oh my God. Nar. My anonymous confession. Hold up. Ooh, that's copyright. I'll just read the comments while I play this. Might be Jordan. Might not be Jordan. From the from the studio that brought you sinners, we bring you saints. Michael be Adidas.
Oh.
Michael ain't Jordan. Greed to Michael C. Jordan, now starring in Transgressors. Nah, we cousins. Applebee's Jordans. I know a youth pastor when I see one. You ain't slick.
Oh.
Michael B. tripping. Michael B. for real. Weed 3. This the Michael B. Jordan we get after tariffs. Oh no, they made it political. Okay, let's see what else we got. Let's see what else. What else do we have?
Churchy was saying she sounds like a broken record this morning, but honestly, I feel like if it's a broken record, this is like the best song ever.
Play that song. You got it, Daddy. I like calling you Daddy.
Well, thank you. I can like it. Because Churchy was saying she sounds like a broken record this morning, but honestly, I feel like if it's a broken record, this is like the best song ever.
Play that song. You got it, Daddy. I like calling you Daddy.
Well, thank you. I can like it. Because Churchy.
Thank you. I kind of like it. Got it. Oh, and why they put Katt Williams in these comments? Now, why did they put Katt Williams in these comments? Got it. Let's see. This woman caught her husband cheating.
Well. Who is this? Look at you, Brandon. Who is this? Excuse me. I'm gonna just sit down with y'all. Who is this, Brandon? Who is this, Brandon? I can see you. You want to? Now I can see her. Excuse me. Are y'all? Is this supposed to be a date or something? This is cute. Chips, salsa.
I'm here with you. Chips and salsa is overrated. I think you should get queso. I think I really respect someone who goes to the restaurant and they say, "Oh, could we get queso instead of salsa?" I think it really enhances your experience there.
No.
Excuse me?
No.
Go ahead.
I'm just not a fan of queso. It's my hot take. I'm sorry.
What about like a melted cheddar sauce?
No.
White queso is so bomb. Is there another queso? I did not know that.
I mean, it's good, but like, I don't know. Salsa's just better.
Let me see. He almost turned his head completely around. He's smiling like he's eating. My shorty would have punched me after 3.5 seconds of trying to look away. Brandon having his way out here. She don't sound like she going nowhere. The most childish way to avoid being caught ever. Agreed.
Not really sure I'd be so calm.
No, thank you. I like salsa. Whoa.
Yes, thank you.
Y'all are wild. Pico.
Thank you. Pico, yes.
Melted cheddar sauce. Like, I'm so this is so crazy. They bring you like hot white queso and you get to have nachos. Like, they bring you your
the queso is just like melted blocks of cheese. It's not even like good.
I was speaking and you interrupted me.
And I get that, but queso is not that good.
I was speaking and you interrupted me.
Okay.
I was speaking and you interrupted me. They bring you your chips. You know they always bring your chips and they're already hot to warm. They have that little bit of oil on them as if they just cooked them back there. And they bring you your cold ass salsa that nobody likes or wants. Or they bring you that white queso. It's hot, it's warm.
It's literally American cheese.
Excuse me, I was talking.
In the microwave.
Excuse me,
I was Rotel to it.
I was talking. I will mute you. I will absolutely mute you to get this point out. They bring you that hot white queso.
Oh my God.
And you get to eat nachos as opposed to like some weird appetizer chip and salsa combo. That's dumb.
It's not really weird.
Guac. I didn't think about guac. I'll consider that.
I've never had guac. I'm sorry.
Interesting.
No, it's because my mom is allergic to avocado, so I don't know. I've just never been awarded the opportunity, you know?
Got it. I did look up the Shannon Sharpe impersonator, and we'll look at it after the memes. Y'all ain't hear him. Y'all ain't hear him though. Let that sink in.
Okay.
Nobody was asking about veneers.
Yeah. And then they all be the same teeth. Like, how you got a mouthful of two front teeth? Why do you not? Why do you have 10 two front teeth? Yeah. We have different teeth for different reasons. Why you ain't got no Did you see him mouth? Yeah. Two front thought about that.
It 100% is 8 of these on the top and the bottom. Nobody was.
No, somebody said the definition of hooting and hollering. I wouldn't say nothing funny around her. She definitely thought about somebody in particular. Don't type LMFAO or to me, and if this is not how you laughing. Me starting my car on a winter morning. Wait, let me. My cat came running over to see what was going on. Laugh sound like Mar from Home Alone 2 when he gets electrocuted. Laughing like Shawty that can't breathe.
Nobody was asking about veneers.
Yeah, and then they all be the same teeth. Like, how you got a mouth full of 2 front teeth? Why do you not? Why do you have 10 2 front teeth? We have different teeth for different reasons. How you ain't got no
This picture of SpongeBob.
No, because you didn't make a good point though about the 2 front teeth.
I'm fucking dead. Excuse me. I shouldn't be saying the F word. That's gonna get us demonetized.
Yeah, okay.
Why they put this on here? And he have 2 front teeth. She laughed like she getting a whooping. How they stay seated and calm, they not real. My goal in life is to make someone laugh like that. Somebody made me laugh like that at AIT. It was Brown. You remember him?
Oh my God.
Not Tyrone.
Oh, it's not. Which one? Ashley?
No.
Which Brown? There was like 4 of them.
Joshua. I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
Man made belly laugh. I've never laughed. I'm like the Joker, so I'm always. And that man came around and made me belly laugh. I was on the floor grabbing my sides. That man is funny. I can't never let him. I can't never let him run me. You gonna steal my crowd? Get away from me. That man is funny. All right. Let's move forward to our next meme. Oh, so hold up.
Are you gay or straight?
Straight.
You're straight? Do you think other people could guess that?
What are you? Oh, it's too late. He told us. Full sound like Courage the Zone 6 dog. I think was she talking about that laugh? I think she was. That's why I put it on the screen when we were looking at that.
No, yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Banja baby. We're gonna be guessing their orientation, by the way.
Oh.
100% sure.
We're gonna see. Do you think like this guy is gay or straight?
Huh?
Do you think this guy is gay or straight?
Straight.
Why are you gonna ask me something like that? I don't know.
This guy is definitely straight, right? The one who's guessing now. Hold up, let me let it go back to him.
Just take a guess.
He's definitely straight.
Yeah, the shorts to the knees. Yeah.
No, not even well, you're based off of appearance, but it's like his reaction to the time. Why do you ask me something like that? Like, that's definitely straight. Why are you asking me about someone's sexual orientation? This makes me upset. Like, he's straight. Gotta be.
Sure, yeah.
But his appearance, I would say straight too.
Okay.
She was talking about the guy on the car. Oh. Okay. He does sound like Courage the Cowardly Dog too. Actually, I would say they both do.
I don't know. I don't look at guys like. What?
Thank you for the second super chat. You didn't have to send a super chat to clarify, but you did. It was not on you. It was in you.
Look gay. I don't know.
You look gay?
Look gay.
100% sure.
Are you gay or straight?
I'm straight.
Do you think other people could guess that?
They should be able to.
Do you think this guy is gay or straight?
He's bi-curious.
Oh.
Why would you say that?
He looks like he plays the field, and my gaydar is going off.
Yeah. Yeah, you see why I paused, huh? I was like, he was a little bit aggressive with that question. And initially I said straight, but I was like, but people who are hiding something, they do be the ones who be lashing out whenever you ask them about anything to do with sexuality, though.
No.
No, you don't think so?
No, it's the shorts to the knees.
No, it's his hand on his hip. Because she doesn't know about him lashing out. I'm just going off of him lashing out. But now that I think about it, she doesn't know that happened. She's just going off his picture. So it has to be his hand on his hip for me. Maybe his shorts, but I feel like his shorts go down enough.
Yeah, so he's straight.
No, his hand is on his hip though.
Okay. I mean, sure.
You don't have to change. You don't have to change your mind.
No, I'm not.
So you're saying straight. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I would say straight too, but she said gay. So.
Are you gay or straight?
Ooh.
I never know with women unless it's super obvious.
Right.
I'm gonna say y'all are saying, why are they saying gay? I feel like my initial reaction was gay, but I'm gonna say straight. But she said bi-curious. She called the man bi-curious. Would a straight woman say bi-curious?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna keep straight.
I'm gay.
I love that. So do you think other people can guess that?
Probably, yeah.
Do you think she's straight or gay?
I can't tell. I think she's straight though.
Why do you think she's straight?
I don't know. She just. I wouldn't be able to tell. How I want to know that.
Are you gay or straight?
Straight.
Damn, I paused it too late.
No, jeans at the gym is kind of straight to me.
Jeans at the gym?
Yeah.
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 It's kind of low effort. Like I don't feel like putting on, or I couldn't wash my something. It's kind of low effort.
It's totally like he came from work kind of shit. Stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I feel like low effort gives hetero to me.
Yeah.
For men specifically.
Yes.
Should have listened to me. What should I be looking for?
Okay. Do you think other people would be able to guess that?
I want to know.
Do you think he?
Oh.
Now, why are you laughing?
I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing?
Is gay or straight?
I did first answer.
It could be either or.
I'm excited for the answer.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, his pocket's out.
Oh.
Or I mean, a nice looking guy, but I can't tell.
Okay. Are you gay or straight?
What do you think?
I don't like to make assumptions.
Well, if you did make assumptions, what would you assume?
No, I'm not doing this.
He's gay.
I'm not. No.
You've been making assumptions about literally everyone until the last person.
Is this the last person?
I don't know. He's the last person.
No, you tell me this is your video.
No.
Then yeah, I'm just not gonna make assumptions, but in my mind I will.
I think he's gay. He has his pocket out. He has short. They're very, very short. I think
what does the pocket have to do with it though? Tell me.
His shorts are very, very like he's challenging too many in my mind, he's challenging too many gender norms.
No. But yeah, like to the knees deliberately is very straight. Anything above that, I cannot tell. Does that make sense?
Unless he's military, and if he was military, these would be the only reason he would be wearing shorts this short. If
No, because even in the military,
are PT shorts even this short?
PT shorts cut off right above the knee.
Huh?
My PT shorts cut right above the knee.
Girl, PT shorts don't go down that low. What are you?
Are you gonna like argue with me? I have worn them more than you have. So like, are you gonna argue with me?
PT shorts cut off right where his shorts are.
They don't, but okay.
No,
You're entitled to your opinion.
PT shorts cut off where her shorts cut off. Actually,
they don't. Like maybe the underneath, yeah, but like
yeah, and then the overneath cuts off where
like
his.
There's spandex underneath. For those who are unaware, there's spandex underneath.
What PT shorts you wear where they cut off at the knee? You are lying. He has his pocket out, girl. Somebody gonna grab it.
Okay.
Somebody go grab it.
I don't know what you were wearing, but I remember what I was wearing and have worn for the last 8 years. So I don't know. Go ahead.
Girl, he is gay.
I mean, maybe, yeah. Like, who am I to judge? But maybe, yeah.
We're not judging him. Well, we are judging, like we're trying to guess people.
Yes, that's the entire point. Yeah.
Why are you scared to call this man gay? We've been calling everybody straight bi. This is crazy to me. Do you think it's like an insult?
No. All right, I'm gonna say like maybe.
Do you think we're reinforcing gender norms?
At least bi.
Bi? You know what? Oh my God, maybe I'm being biphobic. I didn't even consider. I'm still saying gay.
Problem.
I'm still saying gay. I think bi men would still, maybe not.
No, go ahead. Dig yourself a deeper hole. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think bi men would still conform to gender norms a little bit, but like I would be typecasting them. So
sure, yeah.
I'm gonna say gay. Let's do it.
I'm gay.
Okay.
Like it's giving pride. It's giving he's proud.
I don't know, because some guys, I don't know.
Bi men not dressing. Bi men dress. You know how bi men dress? They dress like. Let me see.
Do you know a lot of bi men?
Nah.
Exactly.
TikTok though. Look, and my friend, so I have a non-binary friend, and they tell me about dating, right? And they date bi men, and they only date people who are not cis hetero, and bi people are like, you know, those memes, and it's like, oh my God, how could you tell I'm poly?
I don't know because I am, and I don't know what you're talking about.
You're poly?
No. What?
Oh.
I thought you were talking about bi.
Yeah. Oh, but you're a girl.
That's not poly.
But you're a girl.
And that makes it different?
Yes.
Sure, okay.
Okay, do you think heterosexual girls and heterosexual men, because they're both hetero, dress the same? Do you think gay women and gay men dress the same? Like we're gonna go and find lesbian women and they're gonna be dressed like this.
I guess it's different on how comfortable you are with your sexuality.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna argue no more. We've been arguing too much over 1 second of video.
Go ahead, yeah.
Do you think other people will be able to tell that?
I really feel like you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Even he knows. But implicit in that is the fact that there's a cover to judge the book by, and you know that there's the cover to judge the book by, and you're ignoring the cover, which implies something about the cover that I said, oh, the cover's gay.
So you haven't ever been wrong.
I could be.
Okay.
But what I said was the cover's gay. Now let's open the book and see what's inside.
Is
what
it gay?
I said was we just can't tell.
Okay.
And I said, well, what do you think based on the cover? Well, we just can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you have to make a characterization of the book, but like we're gonna open the book in a second and see what's inside, right? You don't have to judge the book. I'm just asking you to judge the cover.
Which is crazy.
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to. You can't judge every cover and everyone's. Anyway.
God forbid.
Because especially in this day and age, like, you know, somebody could be very feminine and be.
Are you gay or straight?
Wait, they're not gonna show us someone guessing this. Okay. Let me go to her next one.
So, are you gay or straight?
Go ahead. Gay or straight?
I'm not answering that.
What? Every time you don't answer, I'm gonna say gay because you're starting to show some patterns.
Oh, bye.
You're starting to show some patterns, buddy. Because we was going through them. Oh, straight. Oh, I'm not gonna answer. I'm not gonna answer this one. I don't want to even answer this one. Like I'm not. Why are we even judging people?
Okay, bye.
Like okay, straight.
So I've given you an answer.
I don't know what to say about
My
this
answer
one.
is
Like
bye.
I just don't know. I don't.
All right.
Like okay, you understand this is like
She's at Target in this day and age, in this administration. She's definitely bi.
You know. Even if you don't say something, it says something. You realize that, right?
No.
Okay, I think
What's your opinion?
Baggy always gives gay to me, but it
Mhm.
could just be a straight woman out for her day. But earlier I realized that I'm just completely ignoring the bi community.
Mm-hmm.
So now I don't know what to do.
As someone in the bi community, I'm offended.
So do you think she's bi?
I'm gonna throw it out there. Yeah.
Let me look at her shirt. She has on that donut with a clock. This is like, that's not gay. That is not gay. It might be quirky straight.
So you're saying straight?
But that could be bi. A quirky straight could be a regular bi.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you say, it's your show.
Okay, so no, you don't have to go with what I go with. So are you saying bi? She might be non-binary, but like she could be non-binary, bi, straight, or gay. Huh?
That's a good point.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying that might be why she dressed. Okay. How are you supposed to be dressed going to Target? Oh, you're supposed to take off all your clothes and lay down because we
You're
ain't going to
supposed to
Target.
not go to Target at this point.
Yeah.
You're just supposed
Take the
to
clothes off and
avoid
lay down.
it.
And go on Instacart and get a Aldi order. That's how we
We're
go.
not supporting Target right now.
This is how I would dress going to a grocery store. Shirt and sweats.
Me.
But okay, when you say how are you supposed to be
Because
dressed
this is
going?
me every day. I do the shirts and the sweat. Like,
Okay, now I feel like.
Go ahead.
Now I feel like straight though, because psychedelic says, how are you supposed to be dressed going to Target? But I feel like she's saying, how am I supposed as a woman, why are you judging me for going to, so what are we supposed, am I supposed to do makeup? And I don't know if I'm like assigning too much to this comment, but I feel like she's saying, why am I being judged for going to Target in this? How am I supposed to be dressed going? Am I supposed to do my nails or whatever? So now I feel like she's straight. She might just be straight. And she might not want to conform to beauty. Like,
I don't know. It's giving bi.
Or I might just be the woke friend. Like I might be like,
I think you are. Yeah.
Psychedelic might be like, what the fuck you talking about, boy? Girl. She like, girl, I was just asked how you supposed to be dressed. Cause I'm about to go.
Literally.
I'm about to go.
God forbid she has a hobby.
I'm gonna go with bi because like
Because
sweats make sense. See, it's exactly what I said though. It's exactly what I said. But people will call me the woke friend. But it's exactly what I said. No,
but okay.
okay, or not. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Psychedelic. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna go with bi. That was my initial thing.
No, it was fine. But okay.
I should have said straight. I just did the woke thing. I just said it. I just said it.
No.
I just said. I literally just read the comment and said she might be a straight woman wearing sweats and t-shirt because we literally just read the comment that said, what is she supposed to wear? What do y'all expect her to wear to the store? Literally, she's in sweats.
I do wear this to Target though, to be fair.
Yep.
I don't shop at Target now. Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe she buy on the weekends.
Out of Target.
Bye.
Maybe she buy on the weekends.
You think like other people will be able to tell that?
I think so.
Okay, bet. You think
Other people don't call her gay or bi. Gay.
Yeah.
she is gay or straight?
Straight.
Whoa.
Who is this man?
Okay, is this man
Yeah.
straight?
Yeah.
No. What made you change?
No. This is hard.
Let me see how his clothes fit.
Like, no, because I've been throwing a few curveballs. Like the last one.
I need it to back out so I can see how his clothes fit.
Okay, bet. And are you gay or straight?
I think he is straight.
I think any guy wearing a polo is straight.
He might be bi. I think he's straight.
No, I think he's straight.
But I don't think he's gay.
I think he's straight.
I'm gonna go straight.
Straight.
Okay. Do you think other people would be able to?
I told you.
Tell that.
A polo. Any guy in a polo.
No, it's his knees point to each other. Gay men are never bow-legged.
No,
neither are bi-curious men.
Fucking bow-legged.
No, I'm just playing.
I'm sorry. You cannot help it if you're bow-legged.
Maybe.
Do you think this guy is gay or straight?
He looks a little fruity, not gonna lie.
Maybe.
Oh.
I said gay.
Are you gay or straight?
He's straight.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think so too.
I'm straight.
Do you think other people would be able to guess that?
Probably.
Okay. Do you think this guy is
He's straight.
gay or straight?
I have no idea.
He's at Target. He's straight.
Are you sure he's straight?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You know what? I don't appreciate this line of questioning, but yeah.
I literally just asked. Okay.
Go ahead.
Is he that guy that says buttered sausage?
God.
He's gay.
So are you gay or straight?
I think he's gay.
I think he's straight. It's the way his jeans fit.
Okay.
I'm very straight.
So do you think?
Yeah.
That man is down low. It ain't no way. It ain't no way. I'm very straight. No. Come on. Am I tripping?
I don't know, because if you have to add like I'm very straight, you have to add very in front of it. I think you're at least a little.
Okay.
Other people will be able to tell that?
That I'm straight?
Yeah.
Nope.
So
Okay. Got it.
Do you think this guy is Gary straight?
You know, I really don't like to.
No, why did she use this picture of him? I'm very straight. Do you think people will be able to tell? Mm-mm. Pose for the camera. Got it.
To make assumptions about a man's sexuality, but the way he's standing, it look a little interesting. He could be bisexual.
A little interesting.
And are you
a little interesting?
He could be a little bisexual. What's about the way he's standing make him?
No, it's the way he said a little interesting.
Is he gay or straight?
I think he's straight. It's the way he said a little interesting instead of saying like bisexual or gay.
His clothes are matching.
Straight.
His style looks all right.
Straight.
His earrings and glasses
Straight.
are matching.
Giving straight.
The gold is matching, and they don't clash with his outfit, I don't think.
Straight.
He has a current haircut, and well, his beard's not lined up. I think he's straight. But he did say a little bisexual. Do you know straights who say that? Is that a straight line?
Yeah.
Gary
Let's see.
straight?
I'm straight.
Do you think other people will be able to tell that?
No.
Possible.
Do you think this guy is Gary straight?
I say straight.
Gay or straight?
Straight.
What about this guy? I think this guy's a little
He's
bisexual.
homosexual.
It's kind of a vibe thing.
Because why do my friends look so good when I'm drunk?
Look at him.
I just want to make out with them.
Okay. And are you Gary straight? Okay.
Oh, he's gay.
Oh, wow.
I was close. I was halfway there.
Okay. So are you Gary?
I just want to let this play through so I can go back to that old white man and see like how he said, I'm straight. I'm definitely straight, to see if it sounded gay.
Straight.
I don't know what sounds gay sounds like, but like it'll make sense when I hear it. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. Then after that, Shannon Sharpe impersonation that y'all wanted me to look at, and then we can get up out of here.
Okay. Do you think this guy is Gary straight?
I have no idea. He's gay.
So are you Gary straight?
I'm very straight.
So do
I'm very straight. Come on.
you think other people will be able to tell that?
Are
That
you
I'm
that
straight?
Yeah.
Nope.
So do you think this?
I feel like I'm very straight.
It's suspicious.
It is suspicious. That's what, not down low. I'll just say suspicious. Suspicious?
He's had thoughts.
Had thoughts. Comfortably, I say comfortably had thoughts.
Yeah.
Explored those thoughts maybe. And maybe decided it's not for him.
To each their own.
Okay. Now for this guy.
I was watching you, on FS1, and I was like, I think I could do him. I just was like, Skip, and then Skip helped me. Yeah, Skip, hey, Skip. Listen, Skip, I'm gonna tell you this, right? I've been in the NFL for a long time, right? And I used to, I never had a toilet. I had to doo-doo outside in the backyard. Hey, Skip, I'm gonna tell you that right now. No, let's go. But I'm gonna tell you now, how the hell are you gonna tell me that the East is gonna be the West? Come on, Skip. Come on. Tell me. Because you have the mannerisms.
Okay. I don't think that's who you were talking about, though. Not me in the search results. Am I the Shannon Sharpe impression? Let me find out I'm blowing up, and they put me in the search results. When you search white man Shannon Sharpe impression, Prince Petty come up. Let me find out. Oh, let's check on our poll. Be sure to like, by the way. We have 129 9 likes now that I liked it, and 136 people watching. So let's get those last 7 people on our side. Please do like the video. Whose side are you on? Shannon Sharpe, 0%. The 19-year-old white girl, 10%. Monique, 4%. Black women, what we eating tonight, 86%. Are we safe to close the poll, or should I leave it open for just a little longer? I think I'll leave it open for just a little longer. I don't think I see the impression you're talking about.
Do any celebrities ever get mad?
Of course. Eddie said, when you first did me, you know, I was really offended.
Hey, yo.
I was very offended. Wait a second. Hey, look, hey, nah, don't start it.
I think a lot of people do him.
He a better man than me, Skip. He a better man than me, Skip, because I done whooped Will Smith's ass. I'm telling you, man, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I done beat his ass.
You know who I want?
I know black. Imposible. I know black. I'm Dominican. I'm Puerto Rican. I know black. He looking just like me. Be like, be having the same hair. I be touching it like, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same, papi. It's not the same. They try to salsa that shit off. I be like, no, it's not the same. I know black. Negro nunca. I know no.
Sorry, I have to watch that every time I see his him, that guy. I don't think I can find the white guy. I don't know what his name is. Whoever you're talking about. All right. With that being said, thank you everyone for joining. I don't like Godfrey either. I forgot what he did, but I know I don't like him. I'm pretty sure he don't like black women or something. Whenever I don't like someone, I'm pretty sure it just means they don't like black women, or they didn't beat somebody, or both. So, and remember, men control trees, women control fruit. With that being said, thank you everyone for joining. I really do appreciate you guys for coming. Just like I said, quick 45-minute stream. And we made it just in time. We have just 4 more minutes before we hit the 45-minute mark. So I really do appreciate you guys for sticking it out with us. Please do leave a like. It helps. Please subscribe if you come to the channel a lot and watch a lot of the streams. It does help. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Oh yeah, also, if you're interested, we do have a Discord. It's always popping, always jumping, full of activity. We are always talking in there. It's so engaging. Yeah. And it's in the description of the video if you'd like to join. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you for all of the people who sent super chats. I do appreciate you. And thank you for the people who commented and voted in the poll, which I'm going to end now. And for Vitamin and Michaela for coming up to give your opinions.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. I will leave you with, do y'all want 8 p.m. or do y'all want swallowed?
Swallowed.
I need to see at least 3. 1 8 p.m., 1 swallowed. Because 8 p.m. is usually my nighttime one, and swallowed is my let's get it popping. The ratchet outro. Oh, I haven't done that one in a while. The illusion of choice. Good night, everyone.
You really want to catch fucking 350 pounds of dude on your ass?
Of course.
Sounds like a good time.
That's a good time to me. He hop on my meat and he start riding me. I said, Daddy, don't stop it. Look how he drop it. Just like a pilot, I'm all in his cockpit. I lick the cock tip. I let the cock drip.